she's not over there. Where did she...
Watched this cutscene last night. Happy Monday.
The end of the world. It's hard to believe, isn't it?
I believe Shion is telling the truth. What about you?
As a friend, yes, I want to believe her. Everything that's happened seems to point towards some sort of great danger that's lurking ahead of us. Still, it's hard to fathom something that could usher outright doom to the world. That those really are the stakes we face.
It's the usual for a JRPG.
Even Shion doesn't seem to know exactly what will happen to bring it all about.
We have so many pieces of the puzzle in our hands, so many clues, yet the complete picture eludes us.
So where do her thorns fit in then?
Well, I imagine they must sit at the very center of it all. You remember the voice we all heard while we were inside the wedge, don't you?
Yeah, I remember. It was the will of Dana's astral energy come to life. Or that's what we all thought.
Right. And from that, we're able to hypothesize how vast concentrations of astral energy can become
God.
sentient. Let's return to when we found Shion in Pelegion. When her thorns went wild, they contained far more astral energy than any mere Renin would normally have inside them.
So you think those thorns might be alive too? That their will is what keeps her from dying? But why would they want to destroy the entire world?
As for that, I really cannot say for certain. Its goals still remain a mystery. It may be a mere fluke that her maiden powers have been able to contain it thus far.
You know, I've noticed since we've met that you like figuring out riddles.
Can you blame me? When one realizes that the world they once thought to be true is but a mere facade, they can't help but seek the truth. Especially when that deception has led to others getting hurt.
Dohalim?
I imagine the remaining pieces of the puzzle that we seek rest somewhere within Lenegis. As for what the final picture will look like, who can say? I think it's best we not dwell on it too much for the time being.
Right.
How you holding up?
Who, me?
Yes, you. You took a hit from those thorns again, didn't you?
Oh, that? That was nothing.
Compared to what Shion's going through, you mean? Still, even if you yourself might be willing to endure that kind of pain, that doesn't mean Shion wants to have to see you get hurt by her thorns, you know?
Yeah, I know. I'll be careful.
Shion doesn't know how lucky she is to have you around, you know? Dashing in to save her at the last minute.
Yeah, very funny.
I'm being serious. You went up and held her close like you still had that mask on, and you didn't even bat an eye. She really needed that. That's what I mean when I said you saved her. Just like you did with the rest of us.
I just want for Shion what we all have. The ability to touch someone without the fear of killing them. Those thorns have robbed her of the kind of everyday things we all take for granted. And it's not right.
You can say that again. It may be normal for us, but that doesn't make it any less special or important for her. I hope she gets what she wants. I have my own dreams, but a world without her, where she dies so we can all survive,
Somebody cutting grass
isn't a
as
world
soon
I
as they
want to live
started.
in.
Agreed. It's like more and more keeps getting taken from her, and I'm done with it.
Did you know?
You mean about Shion?
Yeah, I didn't have the slightest idea. I mean, every once in a while I thought something seemed a little off, but I never could have imagined. It's like a completely different world was spinning around me and I couldn't even see it.
You and me both. I mean, I knew something was bothering her, but I could never quite figure out what it was.
You? But you're the one always looking out for her, aren't you?
That's what I thought. But in reality, I didn't understand at all. What I thought was helping and being there for her was actually just driving her into a corner.
At least you figured it out in time, though, right?
I don't think we're out of the woods yet. But yeah, you're right. We brought her back from the edge, and we're going to stop those thorns from taking her. No matter what.
Yeah, with all of us together, there's nothing we can't handle. Shion, the world, we can save everyone. And I mean it when I say we, Alphen.
I know. No lone wolfing it.
Hey, you're the expert on what my dad would say. Do you think he'd pat me on the back or tell me off?
Zephyr, I don't think that he'd have that much to say, to be honest. You're your own man now, Law. And you've already made up your own mind about what you want.
I guess he couldn't say anything even if he wanted to.
Law.
Sorry. I guess those of us amongst the living have enough problems to deal with, don't we? We'll need all our strength to save Shion. I'll probably end up worrying again at some point, but I guess I'll think it over more then. That okay?
Yeah, I think it is.
Brothers in arms.
Can't sleep?
After everything we just heard? How could I?
Fair enough.
Shion's had to deal with so much on her own. Even when we were all laughing and celebrating, she just kept quiet and didn't say anything. I thought she was keeping her distance because of her thorns. That it was because she didn't want to hurt anybody by getting too close. I just figured that that was the type of person she was, you know? But it turned out to be none of that. All this time, she felt like she had to die and sacrifice herself for the greater good. But even then, she didn't think she could say anything to us about it.
I know.
She was so alone this entire time. How could I call her a friend and yet be so completely blind to everything she was going through?
I'm sure it made her happy, knowing you were there for her.
You really think so?
Yeah, I do. If she didn't think of us as friends, I don't think she could have ever opened up to us like that. You were a good friend to her before, and you'll be an even better one now.
Yeah, I really hope so. I want to be the best I can for her. When you think about it, we were all alone in our own way. But over time, we've all found ways to let each other into our lives. I hope Shion's able to do that one day too. No, I mean, I hope she's able to do that more. Lots and lots more. I think it'd be really nice if we could all just be there to support each other when it really counts. And forget about our grudges and pain.
Rinwell.
Love this family.
Hey, you doing all right?
I seem to cause nothing but worry. As much as I try to look like I have things under control, everyone still worries about me.
You're not the only one.
Hey, do you remember the first time you said I was your friend?
No? When was that? Sorry, I
How could he
can't
forget?
remember.
That's okay. It came so naturally to you, I'm not surprised you forgot. I was different back then. The Danans were not even people to me, and I knew I would always be alone.
Why would she say that?
But in that room with Deadheim, when you called me your friend, it just shattered the wall that I'd built up around me. Because until that moment, I'd only seen you as a means to an end.
Wait, that took a
I
while
thought
though.
of you as a way to use the blazing sword. and to obtain the Renis Alma. But after that day, one time became two. And before I knew it, you'd made a habit of calling me and Dohalim your friends. It didn't matter that we were Renans. You cared about us as you would any other people. Then, everyone else started to call me their friend too. To think of me as their friend. Before then, I never even dreamed I could have that. I didn't want to die and lose you all. But I also didn't want to live if it meant you would all die in my place.
Shion.
But then I realized I'd only really been thinking of myself that entire time. After saying how I felt, and hearing what you all had to say, I finally understood that. Don't worry, it's okay. I'm not planning on dying anymore. I've met too many people along the way who I truly care about to give in now. So I'll fight. For Dana and for myself. I'll fight against my fate to preserve our future. And I'll win, come hell or high water. I don't know how we're going to do it, but I won't let the world end because of me.
It's going to be a long, hard road ahead, Shion. Our fight won't be over until everyone, both Danans and Renans, can finally live in peace. But I swear I'll be there with you until the very end.
Thank you.
Smile.
Remember what we learned back in Calaglia? There's no wall so high that we can't break it down.
Yeah, I think you may be right about that.
Everyone well rested? Then let's go. We depart for Lenegis.
Psych. Or not.
Huh? Why are you staring at me?
Oh, we thought we'd turn the tables and critique your appearance for a change.
It's not fair if we're the only ones subjected to it.
What?
Did you guys hear? Apparently, she found that dress of hers in some old ruins.
Alphen, we haven't heard from you yet. Would you care to tell us your verdict?
Sure, I guess. To be honest, when I first saw Shion in that dress, I
Quit it!
was absolutely captivated.
All right, I think that's enough fun for one day.
Oh, they finally revealed it. Heal after battle. Cooking effect duration 20%.
Thanks for waiting.
You should get some shut-eye. I think we've rested long enough. Let's keep moving.
I swear if there's a new quest. There wasn't. Luckily.
Well, it's the moment of truth.
This lady better hold together once we're up in the air.
Law, don't say that. You're going to jinx us.
Speaking of which, Alphen, this bucket of bolts got a name?
A name? You know, I'm not sure she ever had one. I never really thought about it.
Grand Cipher.
Well, after all the trouble we went through to find her, we should give her one, right? I was thinking something
Grand
like...
Cipher.
Fall Knights.
Huh?
It means owl in the ancient tongue. Literally, the one drawn to the skies.
I like it. Sounds perfect for our little escapade.
Not sure I'm completely convinced, but... Well, it's as good a name as any. From now on, she'll be known as the Fall Knights.
My vote was for Grand Cipher.
Okay, people. We have 2 goals. First, we need to get to Lenegis and make the Renans finally leave Dana alone. And then, we need to figure out the truth behind Shionne's thorns and find a way to save her. Sound good? All right, then let's go.
Ooh, it's nice and snazzy.
You know, I can still hardly believe it.
Believe what?
I mean, just look at it. The whole of existence, crammed inside a tiny frame.
Now that you mention it, I guess you're right. It does look more like a painting than a living, breathing world.
From up here, all the struggles we've been through feel so insignificant.
Nothing like realizing how small you are to put everything into perspective. Kinda makes the differences between the Renans and the Danans feel pretty small too, huh?
How much longer until we reach Lenegis?
There are better ways to use your time than napping. We should take a moment to familiarize ourselves with the facilities on board before arrival.
Good idea. The starship may end up serving as our base of operations once we're down there. Think you'll be all right with the controls?
You mean the one set to automatic pilot? I dare say I'll manage. I'm basically just here to supervise.
In that case, she's all yours.
Captain Doholin.
Everything okay, Shionne? You seem a little different.
Different? Like in a bad way different?
No, not at all. You seem more driven lately, like you found a zest for life. It suits you.
We'll be going to Lenegis soon.
This must feel like a homecoming of sorts to you, huh? What was life on Lenegis like back then? You know, before you came to Dana.
Let's just say, I don't have many happy memories. I've had thorns my whole life, for as long as I can remember. They called it treatment, but in truth, they were just using me as a guinea pig for their research.
You mean, they experimented on you?
That's right. All I was to them was a riddle to solve. They poked and prodded me, trying to figure out what triggered my thorns or changed the form they took. Day in and day out, every single day, one test after another. I'm still surprised they didn't try to dissect me. The look they gave me whenever one of them touched my skin. How could I forget it? Reeling from the pain, like I was a monster or something. Some existence, huh? A blight on any I touched. Helplessly complicit in their pain. I thought things couldn't get any worse, but then they did. I started to have nightmares, visions of the coming apocalypse. Is it any wonder I lacked a cheery disposition? Unable to so much as touch another soul. Loneliness was my best friend. Sure, I survived, but with the knowledge that one day I'd be swallowed up by oblivion. And that's when it hit me. If I was going to die, then it should mean something. If I have to sacrifice myself to save the world, so be it.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you relive that.
No, it's fine. I'm in a much better place now.
You say it's your destiny to die so that others can live. But why not the other way around?
What?
Why shouldn't we be the ones dying to save you?
Are you crazy? Why would you sacrifice your life for...
That's exactly my point. Why should you have to give up your life just because you drew the short straw in the destiny stakes? How is that even right? It's that logic that's used to justify slavery, as if some of us were just meant to be sacrificed. This struggle was never about saving only ourselves. But that doesn't mean we have to give up our own lives to save everyone else's either. If we're doing this to protect people, if we're doing this to save the world from destruction, then that has to include saving each other as well.
A world free of sacrifice. That's what you've been fighting for all along, isn't it?
Not just me. We're in this together, remember? This fight is yours too, Xion. If we're going to win, everyone has to win. There can be no room for losers in this fight. Now I see it. The true nature of our struggle.
A victory without losers. But that means that a Dahnan victory over Rena can't be the end. Do you think we can pull it off?
You bet we can pull it off. We have to. It's the only hope we have of things ever changing.
Yeah, you're right. No one's ever changed the future without aiming for the stars. We can do this. Together.
Is something wrong?
No. I was merely thinking how it had been 7 years, that's all.
You mean since you became a lord and left Lenegis? I guess even someone like you can get homesick, huh?
I am as prone to sentimentality as any other. Tell me, though, you too have a history with Lenegis. A traumatic one, no less. This trip will probably mean facing up to some difficult emotions. Doesn't that frighten you?
Well, it is a place where I took the lives of countless people. I'd be lying if I said I hadn't thought about it. But I can't keep running forever. The past is what it is. There's no changing that. But the future's what we make it.
I see.
Dohalim?
Forgive me. I was wrong to pry. We have more pressing matters to address. Come back and speak to me when you finish looking around the ship.
Hey, Alphen, listen to this! So Law and I were just talking, and...
Hey, shut up!
What's got Law all flustered?
Only that he's afraid of flying, the big baby. And after all that fuss he made about naming the ship, too.
Hey, I never said I was scared. I just think it's, a little unsettling how we're going to be cruising through space in a glorified tin can. That's all.
It's a starship, dummy. That's what it's supposed to do. I don't think there's anything strange about it.
Well, maybe you're the one with the problem then.
Guys. I'm no expert, but I think we can trust Renan technology. It got me to Dahna in one piece, remember?
Oh, that's a good point. If you think so, Alphen, it must be okay. Don't you agree, Law?
Hard to argue with that, seeing how you hitched a ride in one of these things before, Alphen. It's just wrong, okay?
I'd be terrified too. What are these?
You okay? Feeling airsick?
Actually, now that you mention it, not at all. These starships are a remarkably smooth ride, all things considered. Nothing like being at sea, thank goodness.
Glad to hear it. That device there caught your eye, huh?
I was just wondering what it is. It looks big enough to fit a person inside of it.
It's a healing pod. It fixes injuries and illnesses.
Oh, you don't say. That should definitely come in handy if any of us get injured while we're down there.
What the heck?
Alphen? Was it something I said?
He was stuck in there.
I was just thinking back to when I escaped Lenegis, that's all. What with the ceremony and losing control, I was a total mess. Naori laid me inside here.
So, you're saying you got in this thing straight after escaping? But that mean you were inside for 300 years?
Yes, it sounds crazy, I know. But don't even ask me why I stayed asleep all that time.
That's definitely quite some lie-in, all right. But still, whether you meant to or not, I sure am glad that it's this century that you finally woke up in.
What do you mean?
With the amount of fighting we've done, we would have never made it this far without you. And not only that, but... Alphen, can you recall back to what it is that I said to you? Back when we left Menancia? About the dream of coexistence, and needing to learn what it entailed?
Of course. That's why you came with us, right? To learn what you couldn't at home.
Even in that time, I was well aware that what I was living was a lie. But at the same time, I also felt really compelled to fulfill my brother's wishes. I'll always remember him fondly. But the coexistence we're fighting for isn't for him. It's for people now, and those still to come. The world's bigger than just Menancia. My dream is for all Dahnans, wherever they might be, to be free. If I've learned anything on this journey, it's that. And the one who brought me along was you, Alphen. I'll forever be grateful to you.
Well, we're not out of this forest just yet. You should probably save your thanks. At least, until we've dealt with the Red Woman.
I know. But whatever we find when we get down there, I'm through looking the other way.
Kisara.
Probably getting a little ahead of myself, huh? Let's take things one step at a time.
Is everyone about ready? We'll soon be making preparations to land.
Before we do that, just what exactly should we expect when we get down there?
Kisara has a point. Now that I think of it, I don't know the first thing about Lenegis.
I'd like to hear more too. It's been centuries since I was last there, and they didn't exactly give me the grand tour.
Very well. First and foremost, Lenegis was the base of operations in charge of the crown contest on Dahna. Of course, it also happens to be a city in its own right, complete with its own independent society. Its social structure is based on a strict hierarchy. Put simply, the strength of an individual's astral arts carries great weight.
Enough to determine someone's social rank, you mean? But astral arts are innate, right? So people's positions are fixed at birth.
They can be honed with the right training, and there are admittedly other factors at play. But yes, that's basically the gist. As a result, family lines that churn out lords and their contenders wield disproportionate influence, and those lineages are treated as nobility.
Those capable of only weak astral arts are effectively an underclass, denied the right to descend to Dahna even if they wanted to. Still, even the lowest rung on the Renan ladder is considered superior to being a Dahnan. Keep that in mind down there.
Thanks for the warning. As a lord, Dohalim must have been pretty high up in the pecking order, right? What about you, Shion?
Come on, you've seen her skill with astral arts. You really need to ask?
Fair point.
On arts alone, you're right. I'd have been sitting pretty. But you're forgetting my thorns. They weren't exactly an invitation to high society.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. It's refreshing to be around someone who says what they're thinking. Life's less complicated that way.
Jeez, give backhanded compliments much?
Wait a second. Are you? He is! Law's blushing!
I am not!
Of course, separating people into castes based on something arbitrary like arts is discrimination at its worst. As if such simplistic criteria could ever be a measure of someone's worth.
So this Red Woman, are we expecting to find her on Lenegis?
I would wager so. Lenegis is too deeply involved in all this to discard the possibility. Chances are she's also connected to the Renis Alma being stolen from us in Pelegion.
If the Renis Alma is being used to exploit Dana, we need to take it back at all costs.
That Red Woman's got a lot to answer for. Just as well I've got a ton of questions.
We're about to land. The descent could be a little bumpy, so brace yourselves.
If there are clues about your thorns out there, Shion, we'll find them.
How's there a society in that place if it's like that? Or is that like one of those things in Gundam? The space societies. Not much in the way of fanfare?
There's no one here. I wasn't expecting a welcome mat, but still.
Lenegis's infrastructure is largely automated. Besides, people won't be expecting incoming traffic while the crown contest is still underway.
Do you think anyone realizes that we're here?
We may not have received a royal welcome, but I doubt our entrance went unnoticed. Don't let your guard down.
The farmers
I really
are
hope we
striking
don't
at
have
the
to
moon.
fight anybody while we're here.
So now what? We've come all this way on a hunch that this Red Woman is here, right? And if we're lucky, the Renis Alma too. Any idea where we should start looking?
There is an area of the city that is accessible only to the Sovereigns, known as the Forbidden Zone. That seems as good a place as any for us to start.
Wait, can I fast travel out of this place?
Forbidden? What are they hiding?
I don't know, hence my desire to find out. Fortunately, we just so happen to have a Sovereign in our midst. In any case, changing the shape of a huge structure such as Lenegis would have required an immense source of power.
Then you think that source might have been the Renis Alma?
Precisely. Alphen said that he remembered the Renis Alma being used in the spirit channeling ceremony 3 centuries ago. Whatever the ceremony's purpose, if preparations are underway for it to be held once more, then the Renis Alma might be in the same place as last time, possibly together with the Red Woman. Hiding something of that worth in the residential quarters would only court trouble. In which case...
It stands to reason we should be looking somewhere normally out of bounds. Is that it?
Indeed.
But it's been over 300 years since I was made a Sovereign. You can't seriously think I'll be able to waltz right into the place after all this time.
There's only one way to find out. If there's even a chance you can get us in, I say we give it a shot.
Let's go.
Shion's right. Who knows? We might even find a clue to her thorns while we're at it.
All right. It's not like we're swimming in leads, so let's try to track down the Forbidden Zone.
Definitely not an ominous name for a...
Beyond that wall lies a city full of Renans. The capital city where Shion and Dohalim used to live, no less. Who knows what we'll find on the other side?
Thinking about what could be lurking out here is giving me the heebie-jeebies.
For such a loudmouth, you sure can be a worrywart at times.
Oh, I'm sorry. How stupid of me for wanting us to stay safe.
Would you two children stop squabbling? Or do you want everyone to know we're here?
So how many Renans actually live in this place?
I couldn't tell you exactly, though not as many as you might expect. Machines and Zeugles take care of most of the city's basic functions.
Why Zeugles?
There's Zeugles out here too, huh? Sounds like we can't afford to let our guard down after all.
Yeah, I was expecting a city full of Renans. What the heck is that? What's this? Oh, I can still fast travel, okay. Funny. Well, yo, what happened here?
What in the world?
This being Renan territory, I was prepared for a lot of things to look different. But this is a bit more than I anticipated.
The very foundations of the city have shifted. What could have caused this?
When Lenegis changed shape, it must have had an effect on the interior too.
That's what I thought.
Maybe when they sent the wedge down to Dana?
But they wouldn't move around the places where people live. These are their homes, right?
I would think the citizens themselves didn't have much say in the matter. Either way, locating the Forbidden Zone just became that much trickier.
Dohalim? Is that you?
Avakir, I'm glad to see you're well.
So it is you! But why are you here? Shouldn't you be down on Dana participating in the crown contest? And these people!
So you haven't heard what happened on Dana, then?
Heard what?
Crown contest is
Someone
over.
you know?
An old friend.
Hey, Dohalim, don't tell me you've started keeping company with...
They're with me. More importantly, what's happened here?
I'm really not sure. The city's foundations began to shift without warning, and now everything looks like this.
Okay, that's what I
We're
thought.
all waiting for the Sovereign to tell us what's happening. But so far...
Avakir, listen to me. We're looking for the Forbidden Zone. Do you have any idea where we might find it?
The Forbidden Zone? What business could you possibly have there?
Trust me. The less you know, the better.
You're just the same as ever. I wish I could help, but what with the changed topography, I can barely locate my own home. Let alone the Forbidden Zone.
Very well. It looks like we'll have to find the way there ourselves.
Have you seen Faria yet?
Dohalim lore?
No.
I see. Well, nothing much has changed with her. If anything, she's probably even more...
I can well imagine.
Why did you come back? You know it can only result in pain for you both.
I've no doubt of that.
You really are the same as ever. Fine, I understand. Just don't say I didn't warn you. And take care of yourself. Okay, Do?
Close call? Maybe? No? Or we're getting Dohalim lore.
So who's Faria?
Law?
If what Avakir said is true, it would seem the people of Lenegis are being kept in the dark about what's happening down on Dana.
They seem to be just as clueless about what's going on up here in their own world. Despite the fact that it's actually here that the wedge originally came from.
We need more information. Let's talk to the citizens, see what we can find out.
While we're at it, we can ask them about the Red Woman, too.
And don't forget about finding the way to the Forbidden Zone either.
Let's leave the talking to Shion. We can't have a bunch of Danans poking their noses around.
Good idea. I think that's for the best.
I shall assist.
You sure?
Being a lord on Lenegis has its advantages.
Right. Then we'll leave it to you two.
Nod, nod.
The Danans among us should probably keep our heads down.
What if people freak out?
I shall explain it away by saying I'm leading you.
What are we, dogs?
What could be so important? It's worth destroying people's livelihoods and homes in the process. It's just... unbelievable. Uprooting an entire city as if it were mere building blocks. Someone's got an awful lot of questions to answer.
From how it looks, they must be siphoning off astral energy from Dana, and then sending it to Rena.
But why do all this?
What's
What
in
for?
Rena?
Surely they can't be using all that energy for the crown contest.
Whatever their purpose, disrupting their siphoning process alone won't be sufficient. Not while we still don't know what their endgame is.
He's right. We need to stop this from happening ever again.
This Forbidden Zone might be where we find some answers, right? So what are we waiting for? Let's get moving!
You heard him. You don't have time to stop and chat. Let's move.
I swear to God, if there's another... There's another one!
So, I've been wondering, do you think when Lenegus was built, it was even made with people living here in mind?
What do you mean?
Well, none of this happened by coincidence, right? They must have designed it to transform like this. But then, if they knew people were going to live here, you'd think they would have taken that into consideration to avoid all this chaos.
Was an afterthought.
Ordinarily, yes. You'd think so. Trust me, as far as we were concerned, Lenegus was our home, nothing more. No one knew about all this. It makes you wonder whether the city was just built on as an afterthought. But if so, to what exactly?
Sorry, that probably sounded weird, huh?
Not at all. Sometimes it takes an outsider's eye to help you notice what you've been missing all along. This place is a mystery, that's for sure. Something tells me we'll find answers where we're going, though.
Yeah, you're right, Xion. I'm sure we will.
Because I mean, like, it was shaped like a moon from far away, and then it suddenly shifted into this Death Star looking thing, and to think that there were cities in there. Not the kids.
Oh, dear me. What an unspeakable mess this has all become. Just look at the state of... Whatever did we do to deserve this?
You really have no clue what might have caused this?
Would that I have. Alas, there was no warning.
His
We
Highness?
have no choice but to grin and bear. But do my eyes deceive me? Could I really be standing in the presence of his lordship, Dohalim of the House Ilkaris? I believed he was on Dana.
Sure is popular.
Your eyes do not deceive you. It is I, one and the same. I have returned to fulfill a special duty, the details of which I cannot divulge.
As your lordship wishes. First, Lenegus mutates beyond recognition. Now, this unexpected visit. The Ilkaris house has produced a great many lords over the centuries. I shall be praying for your victory in the latest crown contest.
Your good
Thank you.
wishes do me an honor.
Okay, okay. Who is the sovereign? Go healing up people up here too. Oh, she's actually smiling now when she's healing. Ah. It's that fancy parfait. Nice.
Everything will be okay now.
I know the basics of healing arts, but my skills pale in comparison.
Your lordship! Oh, what a great honor it is to finally meet you. I descended to Dana during the last crown contest also. Alas, when the contender I was backing failed to clinch the title, I returned. I witnessed the deaths of so many slaves.
Indeed.
Sorry to interrupt, but we're looking for a woman dressed all in red. Have you seen anyone of that description?
All red, eh? No, I can't say I remember anyone like that. I imagine...
Yeah. What about down on Dana during the crown contest? You didn't see anyone like that hanging around the lord you were serving?
What's with all these questions? I've never seen her, okay? Not recently or otherwise. Why do you want to find her anyway?
Never mind. Forget I asked.
Okay. Weird. People weird.
Is everything okay? You look a little lost.
Oh, yes. I can't seem to find my way home, is all. I was just about to make my umpteenth attempt at a new route.
I was hoping to head this way myself. The situation is a real pain, huh?
I suppose the Sovereign knows best. I daren't stay here too long, though. A lower caste can only linger around these parts for so long before I outstay my welcome. I was hoping to avoid it, but maybe I'll have to go that way after all.
You mean you know another way round?
Lord Dohalim Ilkaris! But how? Last I heard, you were in Dana competing in the crown contest.
Yes, strange, isn't it? If you know another route, we'd be grateful if you could tell us.
Just like anyway.
But of course. Please forgive me. There's a wall that sprung up ahead of here, with what looks to be an entrance in it. I thought maybe it was a passageway between the different quarters, but I've no way of knowing for sure.
Hasn't been through there?
It's worth investigating, at least. I shall go and assess the situation. In the meantime, wait for me here. If it looks safe, I'll come and let you know.
You'd really do that for me? A lord troubling himself for someone of my lowly status?
Our lot in life is of little consequence. We are both Renan, first and foremost.
Oh, why yes, my lord. Thank you.
Swoon.
Well, we've canvassed the city for information. What do you think?
No one has the faintest idea what's happened to the city after all. They haven't heard the news about the crown contest either.
You'd think that info would easily find its way up here. Has it always been like that?
Not to this extent. Which would indicate that something's suppressing the truth. That Lenegis is under some kind of control.
Given everything that's happened to their city, the people here seem weirdly okay with it all.
Yeah. That one guy even said Zoogle had stopped listening to him. If that's true, these people are in big trouble.
Everything that happens here is attributed to the Sovereign's will. It's the way people have been conditioned. Their belief runs deep. Nothing happens devoid of a reason. To them, it's all part of the Sovereign's grand plan.
The Sovereign's plan. There is one thing I'm still not sure about. Just who is this person ruling over Lenegis?
The Sovereign, of course. He rules from Rena while presiding over both Rena and Lenegis.
Without the lords or anyone in the middle doing his dirty work? Isn't Rena at least the same size as Dana? That's a pretty big dominion for one person to rule over. I would have thought ruling Lenegis alone would be difficult enough.
The points you make are valid, though I confess I'd never given it much thought before. Here, the Sovereign's total authority is as natural as night turning to day. Come to think of it, I know nothing of the nature of how Rena itself is. Shion, have you ever been... No, forgive me. Have you met or crossed paths with, or even heard of someone who's actually made a visit to the homeland?
What?
No, I haven't.
Neither have I. In which case, I would imagine that... But no, surely not. Can it really be that no citizen of Lenegis has ever been there?
Hold up, what are you getting at, Dohalim?
No Renans
Assuming
in
what I
Rena?
believe to be correct, it's possible that no one on Lenegis has ever laid eyes on the actual Renan homeworld itself. No one but the Sovereign, that is.
But what about trade and communication? There's got to be a flow back and forth, surely.
Not if the Sovereign is imposing his will on Lenegis single-handedly. It could be a one-way street.
But I thought you said that the Sovereign's all the way over on Rena. If that's the case, can he really rule directly over Lenegis from so far away? What if something were to happen to the city, like now?
I'm beginning to wonder what the nature of this Sovereign even is. Alphen said he was
What the
forced
hell
into
is
the
in Rena?
role, right? Just before the ceremony. But Sovereign is also the title given to the almighty Renan ruler. So which one is it?
Whoever wins the crown contest inherits the throne from his or her predecessor, before becoming ruler over all of Rena and Lenegis. Thereafter, that individual is known as the Sovereign. Though, it would appear that the current ruler has gone silent. As for how Volron factors into all this, at this point, I no longer know what to believe.
Final
3
boss.
centuries ago, I became the Sovereign here on Lenegis. No, not just became, I was forced to. Me, a Dahnan. 300 years later, we cross paths with Volron, who also bears the Sovereign's crest. That's not the only thing we have in common. We both became Sovereign without winning the crown contest.
Do you think Volron was made sovereign for the same reason? Because of that ceremony?
I can't say for sure, but it certainly sounds like it.
But that would mean that 2 sovereigns would need to exist at any one time. One whose job it is to rule, and the other for ceremonial purposes. We never did see Volron's body back in Ganath Haros. Is a new ceremony underway with Volron at its center this time? Could that be what's causing all this strange activity here?
Wait a second. You don't think Volron and the Red Woman are working together, do you? The ceremony can't go forward without the Renis Alma. The same one that the Red Woman stole.
There's something else the ceremony needs. A maiden. And unless there's another one out there aside from me...
Questions, questions, and yet more questions. Ones that it seems will remain unanswered, until we can establish the Sovereign's identity.
If the Forbidden Zone really is off limits to everyone but the Sovereign, that seems as good a place as any to start. For the sake of liberating Dahna, too.
Then it's decided. That's where we need to go.
One of the citizens mentioned a passage that she thought might lead to another section of the city. It could point us in the right direction. Let's go find it.
Go hither. Ah, there's more.
I didn't realize Renans oppressed their own kind, too.
And yet, weirdly, none of them seem to mind. Am I the only one who finds that strange?
It is the way things have always been, so no one thinks to question it. You have experience in that regard yourself, do you not?
Unquestioning acceptance of your own servitude. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Even so, the quality of life here seems much higher than any Dahnan city we visited. I used to think it was impossible to build an ideal society without wealth. But I suppose having it doesn't always mean people are treated fairly either.
More to the point, not a single citizen seems to have even heard of the Red Woman.
What if she's not here? What if it turns out we're looking in the wrong place entirely?
It's still too early to say anything for sure.
For all we know, she might be able to blend in, move around unnoticed. I say we hold off judgment until we've exhausted every avenue.
There's more.
Tell me, Dohalim, has that skill of yours got a name?
And what skill would this be, pray tell?
You know, when you're talking to people around town. The way they suddenly become putty in your hands.
I'm afraid I don't quite follow.
I do. It's called friendly intimidation. Look imposing and speak in a deep, booming voice, and presto, you'll have people wrapped around your finger in no time.
I would never stoop to such scandalous tricks. Any feelings of intimidation are solely in the eye of the beholder.
So there is a knack to it! How do you learn it? Can anyone do it?
Now you've got me curious. Is there special training to master?
What
Let's
are they
see.
talking about?
An obsession with being elegant is a must. Oh, and it helps to be old-fashioned, too. Bonus points if you speak in a way no one can understand.
If you've a bone to pick with me, it'd be quicker to just come out and say it.
What? They look up to you, that's all. I'm just helping them along.
Hey! What's got into Alphen and Law all of a sudden?
I can barely understand a word they're saying. And what's with the weird poses? Was it something they ate?
I hope you're willing to take the blame for this one.
I wasn't expecting them to take me so seriously. I'll go and have a word with them.
They look so worried.
With nobody left to run the show, I wonder what the people here are supposed to do. I mean, they're sovereigns up on the Renan homeworld, and all their lords were sent to Dahna.
But Dohalim was a lord, right?
Only current acting lords have power. Renan society is quite strict about such matters.
Even if the other lords were still around, I doubt they'd be able to do much about the situation.
I wonder what they'd think if they were here to see Lenegis now. Balsif, Ganabel. Now that I think of it,
Killed all of them.
aside from Dohalim, we know next to nothing about the other lords.
Well, yeah, why would we? To us Danans, they were just enemies.
I know. But seeing Renans in their own city, going about their day-to-day lives, it gets you thinking.
Makes you think.
It feels strange to imagine the lords living here too, you mean?
Yeah.
If you're that curious about them, why not try inquiring with some of the locals? Every lord in their household has their share of supporters here on Lenegis. And luckily for us, the people here are unaware of the events on Dana, which means they should be more inclined to talk to us.
Huh. Suddenly a quest.
Yes! Yes!
Balsef had it in him to care about someone other than himself? Really?
It's possible. A change in position can do much to alter one's perspective.
So even he might have had something he wanted to protect.
Dohalim got fans. He sure likes it though.
I guess she intended to spread it throughout all of Lenegis then.
Good thing the lines were down so she couldn't.
It almost sounded like she was praising them too.
Maybe there was more to the guy than at first glance.
I shall refrain from commenting.
And tell me this is Ganabel's fan.
What?
Probably work his sons.
Ganabelt was so horrible to people, yet he was invested in helping Rena succeed. Doesn't that seem just a little inconsistent?
I'm perhaps biased in this matter, I admit. However, in my mind, while all lords vie to become the next sovereign, they're also meant to serve as guardians of all of Rena.
It seems like Ganabelt also had people he cared about until the very end.
So why couldn't he extend that to us Danans?
Oh, that must have been difficult for Law. No Almadria supporters? I'd love to see it. Unless I missed it. Well, this is another section of the city, so maybe we'll run into it. Yerp.
This area doesn't look as badly damaged as that other district we went through.
Indeed. The effects of Lenegis' transformation appear to be less pronounced here. Or, viewed another way, this area was simply luckier.
Pardon me.
Oh god, for real? Do you think Almedria had girl power?
I guess her willingness to stoop to any low came from a survival of the fittest worldview.
And some people here not only shared her belief, but championed it as morally right too.
That doesn't make it true. Too bad they couldn't see through her.
Yeah.
What happened to this dude? So you mean to say that the Renan soldiers that we're fighting down there are all cream of the crop Renans?
Okay.
Oh.
It seems like the people on Lenegis don't really know much about Volron either.
I remember being quite surprised when the Lord of Ganath Haros changed so abruptly.
Didn't you have any doubts that something suspicious was going on?
On the contrary. Remember, we Renans are raised to accept everything at face value.
When you think about it, the families of Renan lords must see them differently than the rest of us.
Yeah, despite the brutality they're known for.
They must have had a lot on their shoulders, carrying all the weight and responsibilities of Renan society.
Renans live in a world where strength and power determine their position in the social hierarchy, so they tend to grow up fiercely competitive. But their loyalty to their people is also strong. It's what brings them together against outside forces, and nothing exemplifies that more than the Lords.
That's what makes them the guardians of all of Rena, so to speak.
Right. It's the same reason Balsif hated my guts, and Ganabelt went after you. Because we're threats to Rena.
Guess that makes you an even bigger oddball than we thought.
So, Alphen, have you gained anything from all of this?
Yeah. I think it's made me realize that the Lords were all people, too. Balsif and the others, they all had their own circumstances to deal with as they went through life.
Yeah, but still, just because they had loved ones in their lives doesn't mean...
I know. What they did was horrible. I'm not trying to dispute that. But at the same time, they weren't incomprehensible monsters either. They were individuals, just like the rest of us. So I guess what I'm trying to say is...
You're saying that they weren't bad because they were Renans, or because they were terrible monsters. Even if they did terrible things, they were still just people.
Rinwell.
Am I wrong?
Not at all.
Being a Dahnan doesn't make you a good person. And being a Renan doesn't make you a bad one. I think that's something we've all seen.
Xion and Dohalim definitely make a good case for it.
And I'm going to keep doing my best to make sure I earn that trust. As a fellow human being above all else.
$220 SP. And you? I haven't had a single fight since this started.
There's something I just don't get.
What is it?
The crown contest itself has always gone ahead as planned, right? In which case, the current Sovereign of Rena should be whoever it was that won the previous contest.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So was it then?
Hanfried Milgras. Lefodia, if memory serves.
So then this Hanfried whatchamacallem, he's the current ruler of Rena?
The last I heard, yes. Though, admittedly, I haven't actually seen him since the end of the previous contest.
You're saying that ever since becoming Sovereign, he's never actually shown himself on Lenegus?
I guess over holocom maybe, but not in the flesh. Same thing goes for the Sovereign that came before him.
Now that you mention it, I don't recall anyone ever visiting Lenegus from the motherland, Sovereign or otherwise.
And that never struck you as a little bit odd?
When you live here, it's as if you're conditioned not to notice all these strange quirks and discrepancies. The question is then, by whom? And to what end?
A new Renis Alma is supposedly created to coincide with every crown contest, meaning each victor is awarded their very own. In other words, if that's true, there should be as many of the things out there as there have been contests.
True, but going on what we witnessed in Pelagian, it didn't look like the sort of thing that could be made to order. But if even the victor's speeches have been part of some grand deception, then where are they? Quite frankly, I'm not even sure what to believe anymore.
You and me both. Though we are Renan by blood, neither of us even knew that such a thing as a Dark Master Core existed, remember?
With any luck, the Forbidden Zone might give us some answers.
No use standing around here chatting about it then. Let's get a move on.
The trip to Lenegus has been like lore, 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 lore.
Doe?
Faria.
Faria? Isn't that the person that Avakir guy was...
But why are you here? Wait. Don't tell me you've given up on the crown contest and come crawling back home from Dana already. Nothing to say? Even though you were willing to kill Tarnigan to secure your position as Lord, you still... kill?
I'm here to take care of something. If you wish to continue this conversation, I only ask that you wait until I'm finished.
Oh, of course. You always did prefer to take the coward's way out. Even after 7 years and living on that Danon rock, you haven't changed one bit. But let me tell you, I haven't changed either. Not a day's gone by the past 7 years that I haven't hated you.
If killing me will bring you peace, then so be it.
Dohalim, what the hell are you saying?
First, I have business to take care of. If it's vengeance you seek, I will grant you it. But you must wait. My sins are legion. Let me finish what I came to do. Then you have my word. I will let you do whatever brings you peace.
Sure, That's it. Run away like always. You don't even have the courage to die. No wonder you leave it to someone else. You're just a coward!
Damn, girlie, leave the man alone. Oh, shit.
Dohalim.
I apologize that you had to witness that.
She popped
Is
up
it
like...
true? What she said about you killing
She
someone?
popped up like, is there drama?
Each of us have our pasts. I am no exception.
Before, back in Menancia, you mentioned having taken a friend's life over the throne. Is that what she meant?
The mistakes I made there were not my first, and may not be my last. I will say no more.
Did you mean what you said? About letting her take your life if she wanted to?
She has more right to my life than anyone.
But you can't just...
Whatever happens, I have sworn to put an end to the crown contest, and to ensure continued coexistence in Menancia. I have no intention of expiring before I do so. There are far too many questions I still seek answers to. Besides, you have just as much reason to kill me as she does.
Dohalim!
Forgive me. Some things are best left unsaid.
We like Dohalim? What happened to the girl? Sounds like fighting is happening. Finally getting some fights in. Or not? What the hell is this? Why is that kid laid out? So all of the best soldiers are down in Dana. Help him! That poor kid.
Wow, this place is beautiful.
Yeah. It must be some sort of rest and leisure area for the locals.
You think? Man, these Renan sure know how to live it up, don't they?
Is something the matter, Dohalim?
Before I went down to Dana, my friends and I, we used to gather at this very spot and play music together. Avakir, Faria,
Alphen's way over
and
there.
Tarnigan.
And Rinwell.
That was a lifetime ago now.
Tarnigan. He was the one that Faria mentioned, right?
He was once my dearest, closest friend. As well as Faria's betrothed. Despite Faria's lower-class upbringing, she possesses a tremendous talent for music. Entranced by her playing, I helped her overcome her sense of inferiority and introduced her to Tarnigan and Avakir. It was a time of great joy. 4 people bound only by their love of music, with no care for social standing. Only the next song, the next melody.
A friendship based on mutual respect, and a society where everyone is a prisoner to their social class. You really are different, Dohalim.
I suppose it's natural you would see it as strange.
I would have, once. Now, I think the idea of breaking away from society's constraints and choosing your friends based solely on affection is something beautiful that's worth cherishing.
She's always been sentimental,
Besides,
haven't seen
it was
ever
that way
since.
of looking at the world that laid the foundations for coexistence in Menancia.
Your praise does me too great an honor. I was merely following the wishes of my own heart. And even then, it only lasted until the crown contest began. After that, Tarnagin and I became fierce competitors for the position of Lord. Tarnagin had fallen for Faria. By becoming Lord, he aimed to wrest her from her humble origins and raise her to the highest echelons of society. But fate was not so benevolent.
Dohalim is just too good.
What happened?
Tarnagin was no match for me in combat. On a level playing field, he wouldn't have stood a chance. But he was desperate and low on options, and he couldn't stand the thought of defeat.
You mean he resorted to dirty tactics to try to win, right? But then why does Faria think... Wait. Don't tell me she doesn't know.
How could I tell her? Combined with the trauma of losing her beloved, and by her friend's hand, no less. She would have been devastated.
So instead you let her go on hating you, so she could use that hate as a crutch for her grief?
That's not the same as running away, though.
It is exactly the same. Unable to face the loss of my friend and the burden of my duty. Instead, I decried my fate and looked away from what I'd done. As for what happened after, that you already know.
You already know.
But if you hadn't become Lord, Menancia wouldn't be what it is now. The Danans there would still be suffering under Renan oppression like before.
Would your friend have done anything differently?
Shion's right. What other lord would have treated me as you did? Anyone else and I would have been dead long ago. You've saved so many people, Dohalim. You saved me. It's thanks to you that I'm here today. So, try not to blame yourself. The burden you've placed on your own shoulders is too much for anyone to bear.
Frank as always. But I shall do my best to heed your advice.
Do you think he'll be all right?
Yeah, I think so. He's got Kisara.
It's important to have someone like that.
I didn't realize how difficult it is just to be there for someone.
Sometimes just knowing someone's on your side can be enough. And he knows, Shion. I promise he does.
I hope you're right.
Hmm?
Alphen,
Yeah?
I never appreciated until recently just how much you were always there to support me.
It goes both ways. You've helped me keep going more times than I can count.
Get a room?
Maybe, but I still wanted to say thank you.
Yeah, I like her hair. This supposed to be something up here? Why can't we're just supposed to go up here? Herp.
I see a medic and supply officer over
Ooh.
there. If they know you're with me, they'll likely offer their assistance.
Wait, this looks like a whatchamacallit weapon. Looks cool. Wait, do you need this? Bibliophile quest. Never mind, Heavenly Gaze is what it's called. It's the one after this. Craft and equip. Cute. These new weapons look sick. Where are you supposed to get a dark main? Look at the size of this thing.
Have you guys checked?
Let's see. I need
Sure,
a new
equipment
emblem. Light damage, give me that light damage. AG recovery speed plus 8%. This seems really nice. This one is plus 15. And let's craft the other one. Honestly, I don't think I have that much need for higher recovery speed. But it's still nice to have, I'd say. Smackdown. Easier to take down enemies with arts. You know what? I should. Materials to synthesize. Oh. Wait, what? Oh, I see how this works. There we go.
I'd like to check their wares if you don't mind.
Alright, I'm low on a lot of things. I'm out of money. I need eggs. Only give chicken meat though.
Did we really just spend that much money?
Yes, we did.
We've reached our destination.
What the?
I never thought about this until now, Alphen, but doesn't it get hot wearing that armor all the time? You feel heat and cold again, don't you?
Admittedly, yeah. It can get pretty toasty in this thing.
Is it hard when your back starts to itch?
Oh, you bet. Plus, my shoulders get stiff wearing it, even if it's not all that heavy.
Kisara looks like she manages all right with her armor.
Armor takes a strong body and a stout heart.
Spoken like a true guardsman. Not that I really get what you mean.
The more I think about it, the more I realize what a pain it must be. Like, what do you do when you need to take a leak?
Ew!
That part can be a bit of a pain, yeah. More things to take off.
That sucks, man. Wouldn't it be easier if you just walked around outside of your armor most of the time instead?
You never know when the enemy might attack. As tempting as it might be to take it off, it's not worth getting killed over.
So basically, you're screwed if you ever get attacked while taking a dump. Right, Rinwell?
Are you doing this on purpose?
Wait, why is there a cutscene like that? We just traveled back to Dana.
We've reached our destination.
What triggered that option?
Hey, Shion. Got any requests for supper tonight?
Me? Not really. I'm fine with just about anything. Everything you cook is delicious.
Well, thank you. Seeing you devour my food makes all the work I put into it well worth it.
Peanuts.
Do I look that eager to you?
Nothing wrong with that. We all have to eat to survive. It makes me happy to see people eat their fill on what I fix.
I'm not sure how to respond to that.
Shion, about that fight just now.
Sorry about that. I was careless.
I didn't come to criticize you. Just please take better care of yourself.
You don't need to worry about me. In case you forgot, I can't exactly die anyway. It's like how you used to not care about getting beat up because you couldn't feel pain, and then I was the one to patch you up. It's the same thing.
She can feel pain.
You're right. That is how I used to be. But this isn't the same.
Then what do you mean? How is what's happening now different from what happened then?
It's different now.
Look, if you mean because you can feel pain again,
It's because I don't want to see you getting hurt. You're right. When I couldn't feel any pain, I put myself in all sorts of dangerous situations. I didn't listen to anybody's warnings, and I made a lot of people worried for no good reason. It was foolish. This isn't about you and me being able to take pain. I don't want to have to see you get hurt, Shion. It's too much for me to take. Is that a crazy thing to say?
No, it isn't. And I definitely don't like seeing you get hurt either, Alphen.
What?
We can't expect our enemies to show us any mercy. But I will do my best not to throw myself in harm's way out there either. How does that sound?
I'm sorry if I sounded harsh earlier. I didn't mean to. I just really want you to take better care of yourself.
I will. At least, for as long as I can.
This party's unity tested.
What? Hey guys, I don't see any of our food anywhere.
What?
I know! The bag we kept it all in has vanished! Some Zoogles must have gotten in behind us and swiped the whole thing while we were fighting.
What? Huh? What are you guys talking about?
This affects you too, you know! We lost all our food, including all those sweets you love so frickin' much!
What? How could this happen? Those sweets are the highlight of my day! Oh, so hungry.
Hunger is like that. The moment you know there's nothing you can do about it, it becomes that much more unbearable.
I've seen this before.
Whoever did this, I swear I'm gonna make them pay for stealing our supplies.
All that's left now is this one lonesome apple.
Law?
What? Hey, don't look at me like that. I picked this apple myself. I'm not just gonna...
Food.
Hand it over.
Stay away! Ah!
Hey, I'm back. Huh? What the heck happened here?
Only a poignant reminder of how dangerous a food shortage can be in a collective. A serious problem indeed. And one we should all be mindful of.
I see. Does it have anything to do with why you're holding our food supply bag behind your back?
Just a prank.
Shion, could we talk a moment?
I thought you had something to talk about. I was waiting on you.
Not really. Why? Should I leave you alone when I don't?
No, it's fine.
We used to really have to force these conversations when we started talking to each other, didn't we?
To say the least. Hey,
What is it?
do you think you'd like to make something together?
What?
Make what exactly?
What?
Just if you wanna make dinner together. What did you think I meant?
What?
Huh? Dinner? Oh, dinner, yes. Yes, of course. Dinner. Right.
What did you think I was talking about?
What?
No, it's nothing. Don't worry about it. Anyway,
He was
what
down
did you
for
have in
it.
mind?
Well, do you recognize these ingredients?
This is... Wait, is this?
So you remember? That's right.
What?
We're going to fix the very first meal we ever had together. Although I
Potatoes?
remember it not being well received when we had it.
You still remember that, huh? I'm sorry, Shion.
I'm just teasing you, Alphen. I picked this recipe because it's easy to make, and I thought it would be a good choice for dinner, too. Anyway, let's get to work. With both of us making it, we should be finished in no time.
I never thought we'd end up eating alone like this again. Just the two of us.
Yeah. So much has changed when you look back on it. Well, I guess maybe not what we're eating, but still.
No, I'd say even that's changed too, in a sense. Our meals are a whole lot better now.
True. We've both come quite a long way in the culinary arts.
That's not exactly what I mean. How do I put it? It feels like eating together is a lot more enjoyable than it used to be.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Even after our battles are done. When Dana is saved and our mission is finished, we'll probably still be sitting down to dinner like this, night after night.
Yeah!
Yep, I doubt that much will change. You've always got to eat at some point.
I hope our dinners will always feel like this.
Maybe not exactly like this. Hopefully we won't still be camping out.
Oh, no, not at all. I meant in a nice, warm house. One with a roof over our heads and a proper fireplace, instead of an open campfire.
And real chairs instead of these logs. Nice plates and silverware on a big dining table. Oh, and a proper kitchen. That'd be nice
God, they're
too.
already planning their...
And when it's time to fix dinner, we'll be in that kitchen.
Standing side by side.
God, get a... Whoa!
Whoops. Looks like we made too much. I don't think we'll be able to finish all
Holy
this.
shit.
Yeah, you're right. I'll see if anybody else is still awake. I'd really hate to have to throw it away.
Side by side, huh?
They're already planning their, like, domesticated life. Oh! What? Wait, is that the final one? It is. Um... Wait.
I'm looking forward to breakfast. Come on, guys. We've got lots to do.
Master Arts? Hey, what about the others? Oh!
Doing some thinking?
What's this about?
Nah. It just occurred to me that our journey's been going for a while now.
Is it a wonder to you our group has held together this long?
Maybe. We've got Danans, Renans, a lord, a mage, and even a guy from another time. Yet here we all are, leaning on each other as travel companions. It's like a minor miracle.
If
Major.
anything, I'd say it's proof. Proof that as long as we accept each other for who we are, we can all get along.
And with understanding comes togetherness. Yeah, we are more than enough evidence of that.
I've always had a thorny relationship with others. Quite literally, as it happens. I figured that it was easier to give up on intimacy, rather than having to go through all of the pain of rejection. I mean, is it any wonder I grew thorns around my heart, too?
But now...
Right. Now... I still have my thorns, of course. But they don't cover my heart. I know now. That there is more than one way for people to relate to one another. It was you and everyone else here that taught me that. Everyone that you brought together, Alphen.
It wasn't just me. I mean, sure, I invited a few folks to join us, but swordsmanship's about all I have to offer. Everyone's taught and supported me just as much as I have them.
You see? That's what I'm talking about.
What do you mean?
I mean, you're fine just as you are. The bonds that you form with others, they shine more brightly because they're mutual. It's not just one bond for you. It's many, each with a heart of its own. That's what makes them special.
Hey, Shion. Why do you look so tense whenever we're traveling on the road?
Do I? It's not something I do consciously.
It makes you look really Renan in a way, if you get what I mean. Oh, not in a bad way, though.
That's interesting. I never thought I'd see the day where you'd say something being Renan wasn't an insult.
Well, the same goes for you, right? You don't go around saying it's bad to be Danon.
True. I guess you have a point there.
Smile.
I'll see you again tomorrow.
Wait a minute. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Days like this are made for fishing.
Days like this are rather loud.
Did I get the smile already here? Whoa, 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 wait a minute. Oh, I did!
We should be able to cook here.
I already did. That's too bad.
Time for a short...
Shion, could we talk a moment?
I think it's time we go to sleep.
Well, I was hoping I could get the other titles, but
Come on, guys. We've got lots to do.
apparently not. Can you get all the titles?
We've reached our destination.
Like after every 30 minutes. Oh! Looks like we're gonna have a fight in our hands.
Damn it! Lenegis soldiers!
Any way we can avoid fighting them?
That all depends on them. Whatever happens, be ready.
Well, so...
They didn't wait that long.
them not wanting to fight.
Ho! I am Lord Dohalim of Elder Menastia. I command you.
Threats to the city must be erased.
No. Have they been brainwashed too?
Brainwashed enough. If they want to fight, they got one.
Blah, blah, blah. Holy land!
Shit.
Blah, blah, blah. You get the gist.
The enemy wields arts too.
We'll soon see about that. Glacial spear. Here's the evil. You get the gist. Thunder blade. Blah, blah, blah. Thunder blade.
Coming through! Ha! Melt! Scarlet Inferno!
I feel like I'm missing a skill here. I'll just spam a shooting star. Whoa, where'd that other guy come from?
Here, let me have shooting star! Far beyond the way! I call upon thee! Alpin, astral energy!
Say no more!
Far beyond the darkest star! Healing circle!
I feel like I'm missing a skill here.
Those soldiers seem different from the citizens we've come across so far.
Yeah, they weren't big talkers, that's for sure. They just attacked without warning.
They weren't in the least bit fazed by Dohalim's presence either.
Indeed. They seem to recognize us as enemies, nothing more. And yet, traditionally, Lenegis hasn't been high on threats. A few frenzied Zeugles during experiments here and there, but not much else.
Their glazed-over eyes reminded me of the soldiers and slaves we met back in Ganath Haros. The ones in blind devotion to Volron.
I've never seen anything like that here on Lenegis before.
Maybe someone doesn't want us here, and the soldiers are their way of letting us know.
What with the Red Woman, the Sovereign, and Volron, you're starting to develop quite the growing list of adversaries. At least we'll know to keep our wits about us.
I am missing a skill. Light strike. Where is this? Oh, it's an aerial attack, okay. I might just stick to water. Whoa, what is that?
What is this?
Dogs.
Out of our way!
Pew pew pew.
Ray! These ones can run rings around us. In here! I'll be
Take this!
Tornado! None shall escape my judgment!
Ignite! Easy ensnaring to me.
Yeah! Make it rain! Frozen!
Hammer!
Kinda OP.
I'll heal you all! Healing circle! On a roll! Lightning! Downfall! Celestial runner!
She's just flying.
Lunar corruption! Crescent moon!
Megasonic thrust!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
Dark Main 5. I can make that new sword. I mean, new gun, I think.
An opponent like this should be easy.
Pew pew. Ow.
I think I'll pass on the handshake. Will this help? Lightning strike! Hurricane healing circle! Finish without a trace! This one's mine!
She flies higher when she uses it. Why you shit?
That's what my shield's for. Got it. I'll leave it to you.
You made me angry. That was a bad idea.
Celestial hammer!
I should make a down attack. Placid pool.
Lightning strike.
Here's a healing puddle! Raging
For your thought.
Lightning strike.
Celestial
Oh shit. Kill. Ew. Ow, what the?
Don't get in my way!
Why am I dying? Oh shit!
You have to hold on.
Resuscitation! I've still got some fight left in me.
You know what?
Feel! Freeze Lancer! Blah blah blah! Fred! You get the gist! Burning! You get the gist! Fred! Fred!
It's a lot red.
Lost! Demon's Descent!
Flashing fang!
It's a lot less risky.
A hard-won victory.
Yeah, that was kinda pretty bad.
Let's dispose of the trash.
I see what it is! You picked the wrong spot!
The water
I'm going in! For my lord! Can't get out of this! Demon Fang!
This one's mine! Raging Cascade! Fire support! Here's the water! Denied! First aid! Water! Here, mother! Raging Cascade! It's time to finish this! Die! Consuming wildfire! Rage not in your dreams! Will this help? Celestial Runner! Healing Circle!
Celestial Hammer isn't that good.
I'm on a roll! Celestial Runner!
Not hitting anybody.
In an instant!
Here I go! Go!
Here I come!
Celestial
Fire!
Orochi Fury!
I feel sprightlier than before.
Oops. Why is there so many fights here? Shortcake. I love shortcake.
Nothing gets by me!
Now you'll learn!
Here goes!
Sword Lane out! Glacial fire!
By the power of flame! How long are we going to keep this up for exactly?
You got spirit!
Celestial hammer! Explosion!
Ow. I got whopped.
Here's a healing arc! Celestial burst! Do it! Not in your dreams!
Rising Falcon!
Celestial Falcon! Astral energy!
Say no more!
A freezing storm!
Orochi Fury!
Oi.
Ice tornado!
Double Team Effect!
Celestial
Everybody okay?
We're all right, Alphen.
It's kind of hard to use it.
Those soldiers don't seem to have any qualms about attacking on sight.
Is someone making them stand guard over the Forbidden Zone?
Oh, I hate this thing.
Lightning condemned! Weep now! Here goes!
Glacial
Holy
fire!
Lord!
You're on!
As if the normal creepy crawlies aren't disgusting enough.
I'll take you all on! Ha! Flare Demolitor! Going in!
Celestial hammer!
You're mine!
Lightning strike! Hurricane strike! Celestial hammer! I've taken too much damage!
Not today!
Here's a healing arc! First aid!
Pop.
Ice Storm!
Hear me! Hurricane strike! Burning strike! Lightning strike! Hear my call! Hurricane red! Ready! Celestial hammer! Glacial fire! Not on my watch! Celestial hammer! Hurricane strike!
Through armor!
Here's a healing arc! Lightning
Rising
strike!
He's just in the air for the entire time.
Where are you going? Inferno! Celestial hammer! This one's mine! By the power of water!
Eat dirt!
Celestial hammer! I owe you one for that! Lightning strike! Lightning strike!
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Here,
Rising Wyvern!
First aid!
Point flash!
Ay, 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 ay.
Celestial hammer! Annihilation!
Dragon Swarm!
By the power! Here goes!
Armor won't save you! Make it rain!
Lost! Demon's descent!
Flashing Fang!
Call this the Farmer Strike.
Barely a blip on our radar.
Ah, for real?
Little help! I'll heal you all!
This one's mine!
Celestial hammer! Healing circle!
Now you've gone and ticked me off!
Eat
It's
dirt!
like trying to keep up with a wolf! Celestial hammer! Cyan
Vacuum
Inferno!
Blade!
Make it rain!
Falcon! Astral energy!
Say no more!
Piercing roar!
Does seem pretty easy to get the boost strike going.
Not in your dreams!
This
Searing
one's
Celestial
mine!
hammer!
Pierce through!
Radiant Graviton! Field!
This one's mine!
Do it! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Make it rain! Xeon! Astral energy! Full throttle!
Let's keep our eyes on the prize.
Ah, there wasn't much in here. Oh. There was a lot in there, never mind.
No further! I will show you any mercy!
Burning strike!
Glacial spear!
Demon's descent!
Get the knot.
Flashing fang!
Raging cascade!
Oopsie.
Select healing circle!
I missed.
I owe you one!
Select healing! Radiant pierce! Select healing!
Stop moving!
I'll smash you! Now you've gone and ticked me off!
Healing circle!
Finish it!
Neon, astral energy! Full throttle! A freezing storm! Select healing! Ice tornado!
I'll take you all on! Ha! Flare the Malisa! Rising Wyvern!
Glacial spear!
Light burst forth!
Radiant genesis!
You're getting juggled.
Everyone still in one piece?
Yep. I barely worked up a sweat.
Ah, there's so many of them.
Out of our way.
Take this!
Solar instant!
Not today.
What's the range attack?
That'll bring you down.
Who's getting hit?
Going in! On guard! Looking good!
Pew, pew. I'm not getting hit. I'm not getting hit then.
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! Lightning thrust! Prepare to be...
Who's getting their ass beat?
Do it! Demon's descent!
Flashing fang!
Into the shadows! Fire the power of flame! Vanish without a trace!
It's not working out so well.
Blah, 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 next! You get the gist! Fred! Healing blah, blah, blah!
I owe you one.
Fred! You get the gist!
Finish it!
Alpin! Astral energy!
Say no more!
By the power of flame! Vanish without a trace!
Double Demon Fang! Demon Fang! Make it rain!
Don't push yourself too hard.
We are running out of CP.
This must be it. The entrance to the Forbidden Zone.
But it's just a wall. How do we get through?
Whoa, we? I thought this was Sovereigns only.
Alphen.
It actually worked.
Yes! It opened!
Interesting. If Alphen's presence still opens the way, it would seem the Sovereign of 3 centuries ago and now are considered one and the same.
What?
What the?
Alphen.
You again.
Tomorrow's the spirit channeling ceremony. We'll finally play our parts as the Sovereign and Maiden. How have you been feeling?
What am I sovereign of? Shuffled from lab to lab, always treated like an experiment. Whenever they look at me, all they see is a Dahnan. I don't even know what their precious ceremony's for. Let alone what they're going to force me to do as the Sovereign. Tell me, if we're both in the same boat, why do you seem so calm right now?
No choice. Becoming the Maiden's not something I wanted for myself. But they said Rena's prosperity depended on it. How could I say no after that?
Still, as a Renan, at least you got to decide. Good for you. Meanwhile, I was taken from my homeland. You aren't the captive one here.
It isn't right what they did to you, and I'm sorry for what it's worth. When this is over, I swear I'll help you get home. I can't do this alone. One more day.
How could I say no to that? It's not like I have any choice in the matter anyway. So, what's your name?
It's Naori. Naori Imaris. Try to remember this time.
You don't act like them. Like the other Renans, I mean. How come you treat me like a person?
How come?
Because you are. It's true we come from different worlds. But neither one of us asked to be here right now. In that sense, you and I are much the same. We couldn't do this. We wouldn't be able to talk to each other as people if we didn't see the humanity in each other. So I suppose the question you should be asking is, why wouldn't I treat you like one?
You're not like the others.
Maybe they're not like me.
Here's what we'll do. We give them their damn ceremony. You get me to Dana. That'll be the end of it. I'm taking you at your word on this. I'm trusting you, not them. Naori.
What the hell just happened?
That vision. Did everyone else see it too?
That person Alphen was speaking to, she looked exactly like Shion.
It was Naori. Naori Imaris. Isn't that right?
Yeah, that's right.
She really does look like Shion. I'm beginning to see why Alphen was so confused.
That's all very well and fine, but what did we just witness exactly? It was too real to be a mere hallucination.
It was a conversation we had 300 years ago. The night before the ceremony.
You mean all of that really happened? We just saw an episode straight out of your past?
But how is that even possible? Unless... Could this be the Red Woman's handiwork too?
No, I don't think so.
Why not?
You guys didn't feel it? The moment the entrance opened, it was like a stream of Dahnan astral energy rushing over us.
I felt it too. And not for the first time either. It was the same sensation as back inside the wedge.
That would make sense. After all, vast amounts of Dana's astral energy were being siphoned and sent up here to Lenegus. For all we know, perhaps we're close to the spot where all that energy was stored.
So you think it might have been the energy itself that was responsible for that vision we just saw? But how? And why?
We have no way of knowing. Maybe it's not even as deliberate as all that.
Shion, you okay?
Yeah. It was all just a little sudden. That's all. So that was my ancestor, huh? It was like looking into a mirror.
Yeah, there certainly is a resemblance.
What about you? How are you holding up?
Me?
Even putting aside the question of where that vision came from, it's likely we'll see more of those. Reliving painful episodes from your past. Do you think you can handle it?
I can't just pretend like the past never happened. Besides, if it helps us uncover the truth of what that ceremony really was, might also lead to answers about your thorns.
Alphen.
That's not all. This whole time, we've been fighting to free Dana from the Renans. But now that we're here, it seems those same Renans might have it just as bad. I'd like to liberate them too, if I can. Which is just another reason I can't afford to shield my eyes from the truth.
Whether you're on
Give me the
Dana or
truth.
somewhere else, you always stay the same. Your indignation and righteous passion, your desire to free and protect, they're all hardwired into you. Not that I'm complaining. Come on, let's bust this thing wide open.
Nobody's here.
Stay sharp. After that last illusion, there's no telling what could happen in here.
Naturally, a boss fight. Just gonna switch to water arts. It seems to be a lot more useful when it comes to boss battles. Whee!
Faria, how did you get in here?
That's not
Wait.
her.
Something about her isn't right.
What's wrong with her? She doesn't even seem to know where she is.
Yeah, you're right. She looks just like the soldiers we encountered outside.
I was about to say Bahamut.
A summoning?
But that's preposterous. She never had that kind of power when...
We can talk later. Here it comes!
Tormented limb.
What?
Same.
I've never known Faria to control symbols like that before.
Oh shit!
Stone that looks suspiciously like a masterpiece.
Where did she get her hands
I don't know how I dodged that.
Then we get some answers.
Laser spear. Here's the evil. Blah blah blah. You get the gist.
Take this!
You're nearly done for.
I don't feel so hot.
You should sit this one out then.
I miss all the fun. No way.
Oh, Celestial Hammer is actually stronger. I guess. Right when I switch. Weapon 2.
I'll take you all on. Ha! Flare the Malisa! Water, hear my call.
Ow.
Raging Cascade. Celestial Hammer. Here goes. And take it down. Celestial Hammer.
Yeah, good luck hitting me from up here.
Julion, Astral Energy. Full throttle. Raging Cascade.
Oopsie.
Here's the healing art. Celestial Hammer.
Take this! Armor won't save you!
Hurricane Flame. Reload.
Here it comes. Focus.
I'll just be up here if you guys need me. Oh shit.
You go. Power of light. Here's the healing art. First aid.
Guardian.
I will just be up here if you guys need me.
Ignite!
Annihilation. Celestial Hammer. Where's the evil?
up! Pieces! Attack time!
Resuscitation!
Get out
This
of
is hacks.
Their arms were interrupted! I'll stop its cost!
Yeah, good luck. Good luck getting me up here.
Can't be happening like this!
Oh shit, everybody's dead.
I can't lose! Here! I'll bring you back from death's abyss!
Good luck trying to hit me up from up here.
Celestial hammer! Searing flame! Reload!
Whoa!
Grenade! Light up the dark!
Back into the fray!
Just got him on the run!
Don't get cocky!
Okay, Celestial Hammer 20.
See what I can do!
Here's evil! Celestial hammer!
If it's in the sky, it's mine!
Wait, let me hit the Oh god, they're all dead. Good luck! Don't hit me! Can't reach me! Okay, I see what my friend was talking about. Celestial Hammer 20. Celestial Hammer Gaming.
Demon's Descent! Flashing Fang! Now it's just her! Faria! Can you hear me? Faria!
She's preparing another summoning!
The art she's casting is way too powerful to control. At this rate, her body won't be able to take much more.
Dohalim!
Well,
Forgive me.
why in the stomach?
Man, I thought we were goners.
Everything okay?
Yes. She's only unconscious.
Not her. I meant you.
Shion, please. Can you treat her?
I can try, but I can't promise she'll be back to her real self when she wakes up. All I can do is heal her physically.
We're not even supposed to be in here. Maybe it'd be better if we moved her to somewhere a little safer. Don't you think?
In that case...
I'll take her off your hands.
You? Avakir, what are you doing here?
I was curious what you were up to, so I took the liberty of following you to find out. I overheard what you said about Tarnagan, about how he really died. I'm sorry, I had no idea.
And you believed me? What makes you so sure I wasn't lying?
I like to think I know you a little better than that, Dohalim. Give me some credit. I'll take Faria. Leave her with me. I know better than to ask what you're up to. But whatever it is, I hope it all works out.
Thank you.
We were BFFs after all.
He seems like a good friend.
He hasn't changed. He never was one to stand out. Instead, he was always hanging back, worrying about everyone else. As for Faria, it's always the closest to me who get hurt.
You don't seriously blame yourself for what happened to her, do you?
Somebody got to her, to strike back at me. Someone who knew me well enough to know that I'd hesitate to fight back. And the same goes for you as well. Neither you nor Faria would have lost loved ones, if it wasn't for me.
You're wrong. Kelzelik was the one who killed my brother, under orders from Almeidria. As for Tarnagan, if it weren't for the crown contest, he'd still be alive. That and the whole damn hierarchy that makes it possible. But that's why we're fighting. To put an end to this whole messed up system that treats people as expendable.
Indeed. Ridding society of this blight is really the only way I know how to atone for my sins.
You can't atone, Dohalim. I know it hurts to hear.
Why are they
but those
farmers?
people are dead. No amount of soul-searching or trying to make amends is going to change that. Forgiveness, acceptance, those ships have sailed.
So I just forget the harm I caused?
No, the opposite, in fact. You remember. You never forget. You keep it in your heart always. And then you go on living. Not for those already passed, but for those still alive.
For those still alive.
Kisara's right. So long as we've still got breath in our bodies, we can make a difference in the lives of others. Lives being the operative word.
That's what living's all about. Being able to still make a difference. Punishing yourself for the past won't make the pain of your conscience go away.
Only fixing the problem in its stead. Is that what you're saying?
That's right. You have to live for tomorrow,
They all gotta be
Dohalim,
farmers.
not for yesterday. And not only that, you need to live for yourself, and for the change that you still can be.
I shall try.
Don't forget, we've still got a mystery to solve. The Forbidden Zone, remember?
Shion,
Huh?
thank you. You have my deepest gratitude for what you did for Faria.
Glad to be of service.
I'm glad we could stop Faria without hurting her.
You all did much for her as well. I'm
Where are we?
most grateful.
Oh, shucks. We're on the same team, right? Let's move on.
The farmer strike carries over to the moon. Wait, what? When did I get this? What the? When did I get this? Now I need to get fire arts. Though it is pretty funny to spam Celestial Hammer from up above and never get hit. Oh, there it is. Should have grabbed that a long time ago. Increase BG at the start. Increased air damage is the need. Well, that's such a huge downgrade. Should be using fire. But there's only like one fire skill. Anyways. Yeah, the blah 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 girl. She's my main now. She's super strong.
What is it, Rinwell? Do you hear something again?
Yeah. It's that voice.
It does look goofy when they're all in their farmer
The
outfit.
will of Dana's astral energy.
Oh, it's happening again. Hear, feel, think. Wait, it's a cutscene. No, it's not. Never mind.
What? There's so much astral energy. But where's it all coming from? It's almost like it's alive.
What The corrupted Holy Grail. Oh, what's that? What's all that about?
That was the spirit channeling ceremony just now. No, it was more than that.
What the hell was that? It felt like everything was on the brink of... like the whole world was seconds from...
Oblivion. It's the same vision as the one my thorns show me. A vision of impenetrable darkness that swallows up us and everything else.
An empty void. A nothing so complete and dominating that there aren't even words to describe it. The end of time.
The visions of the apocalypse you've been seeing. If I'd known how bad they were,
So, everything we just saw, those were Naori's memories, right?
That's right. It was as if her innermost thoughts were speaking directly to us. At least I know they weren't mine.
That power flowing into her. It reminds me of Shion's thorns. If they're what's responsible for all these visions she's been having, then maybe...
Maybe my thorns are made from that same astral energy?
Gee, I wonder.
If that is the case, we just found the missing link between your thorns and what happened here 3 centuries ago. No, more than a link. Perhaps even the very heart of the matter.
I've never felt astral energy so powerful. What was that?
If it's the same energy your thorns are made of, it must be dark astral energy, right? And isn't that something only Renans have?
Correct. Dark astral energy is possessed by Renans alone.
And when enough astral energy gathers together, it develops its own form of sentience. If so, maybe that complete oblivion is exactly what the Renan astral energy's will is wishing for. But why?
Complete darkness.
I don't know. Will can be a pretty vague thing to nail down. It's more of a feeling, just like the will of Dana.
But the will of Dana is made up of astral energy too, right? And if that's what's been showing us these visions... I don't know, should we really be getting so involved with this thing?
Dana's will would never want oblivion.
But you can't say that for sure.
Cut it out, you two. Squabbling over theories will get us nowhere.
Let's keep moving. If it's Dana's will showing us these memories, then I'm as clueless about its motives as any one of us. But if it could lead us to the truth,
My god, this is literally
then I want to find
Final
out
Fantasy
more.
XIV, dude.
Shion's right. All we can do is keep going. If these really are Naori's memories we're watching, there could be truths in them I was never aware of.
Kingdom
And
Hearts.
I think
Never played
they
Kingdom
may
Hearts,
be
so I
the
wouldn't know.
kinds of truths I need to confront if we're going to keep fighting.
The whole...
I'm sorry about what I said earlier. Come on, let's go.
The whole hearing the voice of the world.
Finally, we begin to understand what the thorns are.
Oh
Yes.
shit, wait!
And their source. A ceremony that occurred 3 centuries ago.
Wait.
But we still don't know how to get rid of them. I just hope we can find a way.
Wait! There was a skit.
Soon, we might very well learn the truth behind Shion's thorns. As well as my own past. I have to be ready to face anything. Whatever happens. I just need a little time first.
Yes, please. There was a skit.
Do you think Faria was really being controlled by someone?
Certainly seem that way.
The entirety
The question
of
is,
Final
who?
Fantasy XIV.
The Red Woman?
The same person who's behind all of this, I'll bet. Whoever that is.
Brainwashed or otherwise, the feelings of resentment she holds towards me are real.
Someone used her because they knew we'd hold
You'll
back.
know towards the end of
If that's
Shadowbringers.
not playing dirty, I don't know what is.
It does tell us one thing at least. Someone here in Lenegis is watching us. Someone who means us harm.
There's no question. That attack was meant for us alone.
By someone capable of getting inside a person and manipulating them like a weapon. We need to find whoever it is, fast.
You'll know towards the end of maybe, what's the forgot the X-Pack. Stormblood or maybe Shadowbringers. The whole thing with Hydaelyn.
That vision we saw. It was as if it was meant specifically for us.
What do you make of it? Do you still think the will of Dana might be involved somehow?
Maybe it's trying to tell us something. But what?
Or
Well,
Final Fantasy
it could be
VII.
supernatural. You know, like seeing dead people, messages from beyond the grave, ghost type stuff.
That's your grand theory? That we're being haunted? Come on, Law.
Wait. He might be closer to the mark than you think. What if a person's thoughts and deeds were to somehow become indelibly etched into the ether of a place? And what if those with a connection could then somehow pick up on them?
You think that's what it was? Some kind of message someone left here for us?
I am merely entertaining the possibility. Whether it was Dana's will, or somehow connected to the Sovereign and Maiden's powers, I do not know.
Okay, back up a sec. You're saying that if a place is full of enough astral energy, it can somehow show us events that happened centuries ago?
More to the point,
More like
how does that
memories.
much astral energy gather in one place anyway? Seems unlikely it happened naturally.
Whatever it was, it survived here intact for 300 years. Whoever left it for us, the strength of their intent is beyond doubt.
The strength of their intent.
People weird. You know what? I'm gonna go to, before I move on forward, I'm gonna go take a trip to the nearest camp. Where is the nearest camp? Wait. I'm partial to love to marshlands.
We've reached our destination.
Just a whole cannon. This is a funny ass weapon. Anything new for anybody? Historia Arena. Wait a minute. Is this? Is this what I need? Never mind. It's called Heavenly Glaze.
Have you guys checked your equipment lately?
Wait, I forgot to save. Wait. I did save, never mind.
Hey, Shion. Got any requests for supper tonight?
Me?
Nothing
not
new.
really.
Make sure to get some good rest.
There's a smile beside Shion's name. I maxed her out.
I think...
Okay, moving on. Wait, shit, maybe I wasn't supposed to. Oops. Alright, I guess not. Shit. Which one's the latest one? This one. Yeah, I was just wondering if there's gonna be like a new camp interaction. Apparently not. Wait a minute, am I gonna do the boss fight again? Never mind. Thought I was gonna do the boss fight again. Let's go!
Soon I have to be ready to... I'm determined.
Oops. He's determined to blah 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 blah. Wait a minute, this is where he was born.
Hold up, you guys.
What is it?
I want to look through that room over there. I'm curious what we'll find.
That's
What?
the room you visited in your past, right? Sure. We can check it out.
Are they using a lore dump here? Or are they all farmers? The farmer strike extends to the moon.
This
They're
looks
fighting
like
for their
some kind
rights.
of research facility.
A laboratory secreted away in the Forbidden Zone. Why am I past being surprised at this point?
Looks pretty deserted.
Let's check it out. It might give us a new lead.
They're farmers because they are the future. They're what we need in the future. Food shortages and shit. These farmers are fighting for the right to cost cutting. No, what's the word? Is it the price hikes for seeds and stuff like that? Sure, you heard about this somewhere
The people
before.
of Lenegis, the Forbidden Zone is the stuff of dreams. Yet here I am, standing within its hallowed halls.
It's off limits even for lords, then? Talk about an exclusive club.
Being exclusive is one thing, but how many important facilities let in only the Sovereign? Doesn't that seem a little strange?
Strange doesn't cover it. If it was only one room, maybe. But a place on this scale? How do they keep it from falling into ruin?
There are people working
Whoever
on
the
it.
Sovereign is. They can't manage the upkeep of this whole place themselves.
Did no one ever talk about it when you were growing up?
No, not that I can remember. Then again, sovereigns and forbidden zones weren't exactly breakfast table conversations.
The Forbidden Zone is a hallowed place, at one with the Sovereign's authority, grounds of the one true ruler who presides over all Renans. That is what we believed this place to be.
Or were there people working
No.
here?
What we were made to believe it was. But now, it is finally time to discover this area's true purpose, and why it was kept hidden behind the scenes for so long.
So much lore. Lore dump, lore dump.
I think I can make this work.
Walk a few steps and then there's more lore.
Well, can you make head or tail of it?
His name is
These are
Alphen, he can't
experiment
read.
records by the looks of it. Reams of them, dating back hundreds of years. Let's see. A composite being capable of controlling Danan astral energy so as to convert its molecular and elemental makeup. The creation of a governing central figure taking the form of a Danan.
What?
Codename Sovereign.
Sovereign?
Wait, there's more. Research into utilizing force field crystals for the purpose of stable astral energy containment. That must be the Master Cores. With all this raw data, there's bound to be records here somewhere about the Maiden and the Lords, too.
About the lords? Why would they be on there?
Think about it. The Lord's crests are clearly of a piece with those of both the Sovereign and the Maiden. Not to mention the fact that the contenders to the crown are selected from otherwise regular Renan citizens. In other words, it may be that all Renans are unwittingly being made subject to some kind of grand scheme.
What about the Sovereign? Does it say anything else?
Sovereigns are completely made up?
Where do I start?
Wait, what?
All I've read so far is the headlines. There's so much here. To sift through all of it would require specialized... Wait.
What is it? Did you find something?
It's a list of names, with the title Test Subjects, Sovereign. It's your call.
Read it.
There must be dozens of test subjects listed here. Hundreds even. All of them failures. Wait, I think I've found one that was successful.
That was him. Alphen.
Test subject number 1273. Ethnicity, NA. Unique Adjustment Index, Generation NA. Given name, Alphen.
Clench fist.
They re-engineered me. Right here in this lab.
Alphen.
Stroke
It's fine, really. What about the others? Was I the only one?
Test subject number 10105.
Literal Final Fantasy
Ethnicity,
VII.
NA. Unique Adjustment Index, Generation NA. Given name, Volron.
Ooh.
Volron? But that means...
He's only sovereign because someone made him that way too.
There's two of them.
He's the last one. In 3 centuries worth of records, you and Volron are the only 2 subjects on whom the experiment was a success.
Of course there's 2.
But
The
what
bunny.
about the winners of the crown contest? Does this mean
Pretty
that none of them
obnoxious.
were ever
I like it,
crowned
but it's pretty
sovereign after all?
obnoxious.
Upon victory, the Sovereign shall return to Rena and rule over Rena and Lenegis combined. When a new Sovereign is decided, the outgoing monarch shall relinquish their post and live out the rest of their days on Rena. So we were told. But according to these records, there have only ever been 2 Sovereigns, neither of whom had anything to do with the crown contest. It's all lies, including the part about the Sovereign residing in Rena.
What happens to the
crown
sovereign?
contest was never about deciding a new ruler. It must always have been devised for some other purpose.
But even supposing that's true, someone must have been in charge for the past 3 centuries, right? If it wasn't the Sovereign, then who was it?
The Red Woman?
Crown contests have been held this whole time, in spite of the fact that there was already a sovereign. Me. Meaning that for the past 300 years, someone out there has to have been maintaining that lie. The same person I'm willing to bet is behind all this.
The Shadow Government!
The Red Woman?
It's possible. But that doesn't necessarily mean she's the mastermind behind this scheme. She could be working for someone else. Someone back on the Renan homeworld.
Aliens.
Either way, it's fair to say she's definitely involved somehow.
It's making me all this lore is making me hungry.
What about the data records? Is there no other information that could help us?
Not that I can see. Just file upon file of experiment results.
Google
There's
search
nothing here about
Alphen.
who's behind all this, or what their endgame is.
Google search
unfortunately.
endgame.
I've barely managed to scratch the surface, mind you. You won't be able to read through it all, but you're welcome to take a look through what you can, while we're here.
I'll do that.
I don't want to read.
So this is where Alphen became the Sovereign, and Volron as well. The significance of this location would suggest...
Hey, it looks like the terminals in here turned on too.
We should look through them. They might contain valuable information.
Oh my god, this is just like Genshin.
Only 2 Sovereigns in over 300 years. So why has the experiment only succeeded twice in all this time?
Google search
And if
CBT
that's
for
the
couples.
case, why keep on doing it? Was there really no other way? Or could there be some other reason?
Dohalim.
They have Google.
Forgive me.
Alphen.
I'm fine. I'm just a little shaken, that's all. I knew what I was already, so it's not like it's a surprise or anything. But it's strange. I've got all this rage inside of me, but I don't even know who it's for. I'm scared that I'll put a face to it, just to have someone to blame.
If that were to happen, then No. Then we'd help you fight it, before you ever got that far. Wouldn't we, everyone?
Yeah. We wouldn't just sit by and watch you spiral out of control.
That's right. No good can come from being consumed by hatred.
For sure,
If you
for
ever
sure.
start to lose your way, You can count on us to guide you back. To remind you where home is.
And I would be happy to lend an attentive ear, should you ever have need.
For family.
Thank you, everyone. I think I'll be okay now.
It's gonna be like Genshin, where they leave all the lore for you to find and read off of these terminals. Sovereign. The Sovereign acts as Lenegis' central control device for the spirit channeling ceremony. Each one is granted level 2 authority and 90 crests. And then in subject serves as the base of its creation. In theory, the ideal candidates possess equal affinity for every astral element. However, such aptitude is statistically rare to uncover within real-world conditions. However, as a result, most subjects die during the adjustment period, and stability is still not guaranteed for those who survive it. The instability, coupled with the Sovereign's powers of astral manipulation, pose a high risk to the security of Lenegis if left unchecked. Well, I guess that's what happened. As such, stabilizations measures must be put in place via the support mechanism when utilizing the Sovereign in the Spirit Channeling Ceremony. Addendum 1. No effective alternate methods to perform the ceremony have been found. Trials on Denon subjects are authorized to continue. More addendums! Who's writing this shit? Unit 2 added adjustments are a success. Subsequent adjustments are to be put on hold while extended observation takes place. Select a topic to explore. The Maidens. The Maiden acts as the Sovereign support mechanism for the Spirit Channeling Ceremony. Also granted the level 2 authority and 90 crest. A Renan subject serves its function, providing the Sovereign with a supplement. Oh, that's why. With the supplemental Dark Astral it lacks in tandem with the Rena Salma. During the ceremony, it is partly responsible for astral energy conversion as well as maintaining stability with the Sovereign's own powers. It's all blah blah blah. Additionally, the degree of intimacy between it and the Sovereign has been observed to positively impact the level of stability in both. Ooh. I'm sure Shion's like looking at this and like, did you bang my grandmother? Because of this, trial activations of the Sovereign without the Maiden present are explicitly forbidden. Shion the Maiden? She's a descendant. She's a descendant of the Maiden. It somehow carries over to the next generation. I don't know how that works. Furthermore, neither the Sovereign nor the Maiden are to be informed about the details of the spirit channeling plans. Mental instability in the Maiden has been deemed the cause of the past Sovereign's rampancy. Countermeasures must be considered. I guess that's what happened to Alphen. Addendum 2, in line with the plan adjustments, the current subject will have its Maiden registration revoked and be returned to its original household. What the hell? Wait, so how did the Maidens carry on over to the next generation if they have the thorns and things? Ah, there's so much. Wait, I'm actually kind of intrigued. How many more are there? Ah, there's so much. Sedative mask. wait, I want to read about the Lords first. Each crown contests 5 of the best qualified members of the Renan populace are chosen to act as Lords vying with blah 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 next Sovereign. Level 3 authority. Corresponding Master Core. Okay. Unique whatchamacallit? Oh! It's about Volron. Oh, he's recent. Volron is literally Sephiroth. What? This is the first successful case in 300 years. What the hell? He's Sephiroth. Loaned by who? Huh? Wait, what? Wait, what? Wait. Spirit cords are end-terminally used for the collection of astral energy. Okay. I see. The things on people's hands and stuff. It's easy to forget because nobody in the party has it. Nobody in the party has it. Astral energy generates from physical activity and is then collected in a vessel. Eee. He's a Sephiroth Volron. He's the most recent case of a successful sovereign experiment. Lenegis is a large-scale astral energy converter. Primarily converts the elemental composition of Dana's ancestor to Serena. Ah, I see. But why? Detachable harvester. Okay, but why? The first one was lost in Dana after exploding due to the rampancy exhibited by the Sovereign, so Alphen destroyed the one 300 years ago. Aishi. Sedative mask. Oh, the mask, the iron mask, okay. Robust new form of rule emerging in Dana's water realm. That's why he also enslaved Renans. Volron did. He hates him. He hates everybody. Damn. Alright, no worries. Got a disappear early for today. No worries, I'm about to leave soon anyways. Some 30 minutes. Wait, was there any more off of this? Nope. Damn, bro, that lore dump. Genshin moment. And this is where Alphen slept. Ah, hear, feel, think.
Naori, I...
Don't talk. I have to do this. I gave you my word that I'd help you return to Dana. The next time you open your eyes, you'll be home.
But you...
My place is here with my people. I still have a duty to fulfill.
She looks like Saber.
I'm sorry for what you've endured. Renan never should have dragged you into this. It's not your burden to bear.
Saber!
The mask contains a sedative. It should keep your mind from tearing itself apart any further. Let yourself go to sleep.
Saber!
This should help with the pain. Time to go, Alphen. Farewell.
Naori...
His injuries are worse than I thought. Short-term treatment isn't going to cut it. I'll have to switch the healing pod to long-term hibernation mode. The chance of surviving hibernation's less than 10%?
Damn!
And worse, long-term use of the mask carries a high risk of damaging his mind and nervous system.
Damn! Alphen lucked out. Alphen is an SSR.
If I don't head back, Lenegis will be nothing but ashes. And this starship along with it.
Alphen is an SSR.
I don't know if I can fulfill my promise to you, Alphen. But if doing this will grant you even the slightest chance, I have to try. I hope it's enough.
Saber!
Please, live for me, Alphen.
That vision. It must have been from when Naori helped Alphen escape Lenegus.
She sure went above and beyond the call of duty.
Even with Lenegus crumbling down around her, she chose to stay put with her people.
Those
So
gloves
that's
are
why you
goofy
lost
as
your
hell.
memories and sense of pain, and why you were asleep for that whole time. It was all the result of one agonizing decision Naori made to save your life.
Yeah. If it weren't for her, I wouldn't even be alive today. I owe her everything. More than I could ever hope to repay.
Now that you know how she felt, how do you plan on honoring her wishes?
She kept her promise.
I'll keep
If the
mine.
Renan people she fought so desperately to protect are at risk from a malevolent force, then I owe it to her to carry on her fight. Naori was the one who put that mask on me, and made me Iron Mask.
She did it to prevent your soul from tearing itself apart. She knew you might lose your memories and sense of pain as a result. But more than anything, she wanted you to survive. And you did.
Wee, what's this? What the? Every retreat, there's definitely gotta be a big boss fight here. Alien shit again? Oh no, this is really.
place. We've seen this in one
Why
of
would you
Naori's
guys? Why would you guys
memories.
go up there?
Of course.
That thing activates with you too there. Why would you want to go there?
After 300 years, this is where it was held. The spirit channeling ceremony. This is where the Renis Alma was.
See, now
So
it's-
this is the place where you and Naori...
The Renis Alma isn't here now. Nor is the Red Woman, it seems.
I know it's difficult, Alphen, but there will be time to dwell on the past later. For now, we need to keep moving. Come on.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Whoa, what the shit? Don't touch that. Ruh-roh.
Naori. What is this? Is it the work of Dana's will again?
Ah, my eyes.
It's been a year since the ceremony. That day, I shut away inside of myself the power that caused Alphen to lose control. Since then, my visions of the future have grown more and more fearsome.
Still on?
Is this another memory? No, it's different this time. It's like she's speaking directly to us.
What we did
It's
back then,
Saba.
not so much as a
Saba.
day passes when I don't think about it. About what was done to us.
It's Shion's great
All in the name of a ceremony.
great
The
grandmother.
purpose of which we were never even told. As Sovereign, they linked Alphen's consciousness to Lenegus itself. The Renis Alma was intended to control his power, lest anything should slip through its cracks. That day, as Maiden, my role was to temper his power. I was meant to guide it forth, and give shape to the strength inside of him.
Why must you
Linked
destroy
to
my eyes in
Lenegus
the
itself?
process?
But then, everything that's been happening.
But that power showed me a vision. A vision of oblivion. When I realized that vision was a prophecy of the apocalypse we were about to unleash, I couldn't go through with it. But without a maiden, the ceremony was doomed. Alphen lashed out, his consciousness no longer his own. I did what I could. Using my abilities as the maiden, I tried to seal that power away inside of me. But it was too late. Lenegis had already been brought to its knees. Thousands upon thousands of lives so cruelly snuffed out. All because of me. Because of what I had done.
Elder Scrolls 4.
With the destructive force now slumbering inside of me, I knew I had to find a way to dispose of it. Anything to make up for my failure. But I didn't know how.
Ow, stop destroying my eyes.
Especially since that power was astral energy itself. In which case, ironically enough, the Renis Alma seemed to be my best bet.
This is all going over my head because it's like blasting my eyes.
That at least would hold the astral energy dormant. Assuming that no malevolent third party got to it first.
And here comes the Red Woman.
With the Sovereign and Maiden's combined power, perhaps I could shift the chaotic energy inside me into the Renis Alma instead. That's what I hoped, but alas, it was not to be. The Renis Alma was lost, and Alphen the Sovereign was in a starship bound for Dana. My only choice was to seal away the destructive force inside of me using my powers as the Maiden, to buy the world what little time I could. The time needed for a new Renis Alma to be crafted, and for a new Sovereign to appear. Even if by doing so, it meant I would be passing the curse onto my descendants as well.
Okay, so she can seal away the power, but...
Please, forgive me. I never meant to burden the future world with this threat too. I only wish that there was something more I could have done.
It only manifested in
Wait,
Shion.
you can't just...
Okay, makes sense. Make a sense.
Naori.
Great grandma.
That message just now, was it directly from Naori? Or was it the Danan voice speaking through her?
Hear, feel, think. Whoa, what's this? New drip? Yo, we got new drip.
What?
These are the clothes that Naori and I wore during the ceremony
Looks
3
cool.
centuries ago.
So you're saying this is the Maiden's outfit?
Oh, the sword too changed.
That's right. These clothes are designed to resonate with the Sovereign and Maiden's abilities. They focus and enhance them.
And they appeared now because...
Naori must have left them here for the new Sovereign and Maiden, knowing the day would come when they would need them in their fight against the Thorns.
New drip looks sick. Might actually
These
wear it.
outfits are directly linked to the answers we've been chasing this whole time. If they're here, it must mean it was Naori's will for us to find those answers as well.
Locating the Renis Alma would allow us to neutralize the dark astral energy inside Shion, thereby silencing her thorns. Is that what Naori's suggesting?
It makes sense. After all, Master Cores and Spirit Vessels are both able to prevent the astral energy inside them from developing sentience. By that logic, it would stand to reason that the Renis Alma would have the same ability on a larger scale.
So effectively they just seal
We
it.
have a Maiden and Sovereign.
Nah, but they gotta be farmers though.
Now all we need is the Renis Alma, and we'll finally be able to free you of your thorns. Shion.
It's possible? You really think so?
I do. We can rid you of your thorns and stop the world from falling to oblivion.
However, The spirit channeling ceremony already failed once. Even if our goal is different this time, we can't be sure the same thing won't happen again. We should take care not to be too optimistic.
You're right. It's the barest sliver of a chance.
Yes, sir, Mr. Realistic.
But if there's even the slightest hope it can work, I'm willing to stake everything I've got on it.
He's been successful at everything so far. He's at 10%.
I know it's too early to let myself feel relieved, but I just can't seem to help it. Just hearing there's the slightest chance, even though I know the world's still in great peril. It's selfish of me, I know, but still.
No, it isn't. You found hope to believe in. It'd be strange if you weren't over the moon about it.
Rinwell's right. We can rid you of your curse and still save the world at the same time.
That all flew over my head, though. I'll watch it. I'll watch it
Thank
again.
you. Naori entrusted us with the fate of all humanity. Now, it's up to us to prove that trust was well placed.
Starting with a little game called Hunt the Renis Alma.
So we can seal the...
Yeah, we've come all this way. Now we just need to search Lenegis and Rena until we find it.
Well,
yeah,
good luck.
we can protect the world and save Shion at the same time.
I too shall lend my services. My knowledge of Renan lore is bound to be a useful asset.
And they say modesty is dead.
Like looking for a needle in a needle stack.
Miracles just seem to follow wherever you go, huh?
You drip? What a handsome lad.
No, it's me they're following. We're all in this together, Shion. You included.
What a handsome lad.
Now let's get moving, shall we? Last I heard, we had an apocalypse to stop. Thank you, Naori.
How convenient.
So Naori sealed away the power that made me lose control of myself. She stopped my rampage and saved my life. But then, that power she'd sealed away was passed down to you. I'm so sorry, Shion. It's my fault that you're cursed.
You're wrong. What happened to you was because of the ceremony and Naori's attempt to stop Oblivion. You paid a heavy price for it, and then fell asleep for 300 years. The reason you lost your memories
Is the reason for your curse.
The thorns.
It all leads back to them. But once they're gone, we can finally put an end to all this.
When my thorns are gone, I never dared to dream that such a thing could be possible. No, the truth is, I think maybe I've always been dreaming about a life without my thorns. The touch of my family, or playing with my friends, holding hands with Rinwell, or giving Law a deserved smack, embracing everyone. All the normal things that people do together. I always wished I could experience them for myself, and finally know what they were like. Is it really okay for me to believe it can happen? I'm so scared of getting my hopes up. What if it doesn't work out in the end, and...
That's not going to happen. I'm here to make sure it won't.
Just like with every
Forget fate,
other Tales
destiny,
game.
or anything else. We're going to live a normal life. There are a lot of things you still want to do, right?
Yeah, you're right. It's such a strange feeling.
Get a room?
I know that we've still got plenty of fighting up ahead. And it's for my sake. So I can live.
You're worth fighting for.
What?
I believe you, Alphen.
Shwoon?
Good. I'll keep on fighting. For as long as it takes.
Clench fist?
Until our future is finally in our hands.
Le clench fist? Oh shit. CP restoration when full. That's always helpful. Advanced healing art that restores all allies' HP. That might be useful. You know, I'm gonna go for that one and then save up for the CP restoration. Feel like I'm missing a skill for the lad here. So Dale Arthalis. The new drip. Ooh. New party screen too. That looks sick. She looks like that. She has her watering can. Nah. She gotta be where's the farmer? Farmer's clothes. I will change the weapon, however. So Dale Arthur looks sick. How dare you change out of your clothes? Farmer gang.
Sounds like this Naori chick had quite the big heart.
Her position demanded nothing less. From the sound of things, she didn't focus on differences, least of all those between Renans and Danans.
Yeah. It was Naori who first showed me that such a thing was even possible. And then she saved my life by sending me back home to Dana.
Not only that, but she willingly stayed behind on Lenegis for the sake of her people. It sounds like she was quite the hero, all right. A truly caring person.
It's as if walls meant nothing to her. The ones separating the Renans from the Danans, or herself from others. She had no need for them.
Which basically meant that she never had anything to break down in the first place, huh? Yeah. I think you may be right about that.
You inherited that legacy. Her wish for the world.
Don't I know it?
She's kind of like a lodestar guiding our way, showing us what we can aspire to.
Lodestar, like in... Okay, where do you want us to go? North. Time is it? Time check. 5:51. I got 10 minutes. Well, that was a lot of lore. It was mainly lore dumping for like 2 hours. Where are we going, farmers?
That's quite some door, all right. This might finally be it. The heart of the beast.
We'll find the Renis Alma and the Red Woman inside, right?
After everything we've been through to get here, they damn well better be.
We'll probably be needing you to open this one for us, Sovereign.
Go for it, Alphen.
I want to go to Rena. We're not supposed to go to Rena? What if new quests popped up in the middle of all this? That sword looks sick. Knock knock.
This is it, guys. Time to see what secrets are in store.
Here we go, farmers. What the hell? Why is there a save point there? What the? What's all this? Wait. This isn't.
We're a long way from the residential quarters now. It looks completely different.
Yeah, you're right. Actually, this place... It reminds me more of being
Kinda
back
wanted to see the
inside the
drip.
wedge.
Except the Danan astral energy feels even stronger here.
In a portion of the city reserved purely for the Renan Sovereign.
Maybe he just has strange tastes?
This place looks like it has been here for quite some time now. If its design were a matter of personal preference, we would be talking from
New pause
centuries
screen
ago.
looks sick.
Or perhaps even further back. Still, this isn't the sort of decadence of taste spoken of in artistic circles. So what is it then?
Hold up, decadence? Artistic circles?
When a preference is indulged to its extreme, it descends into kitsch, eccentricity for the sake of it. I'd be happy to illuminate you further.
That depends. Does it involve you buying me lunch?
The void that art fills isn't the stomach, it's the soul.
In that case, I'll let you know the next time my soul starts to rumble.
Now all we need is something to fill up the void inside your head.
Shut up!
Or are they beefing now? Can I fast travel out of here? I could. This don't look like a final battle sort of thing. There was a healing point though.
Volron! He really was still alive.
And there's the Renis Alma. Then, is this another spirit channeling ceremony?
Wait, though. Something doesn't seem right here.
Once more, the powers must be united. Born from the fires of chaos, the world does seek its rightful state. All must be sacrificed in the heart of Rena, at the shrine of the true sovereign.
What has happened to him? He's lost himself, reduced to a mere cog in the machine.
Hey, look! Over there!
Isn't that the Maiden's Crest?
How is there a Maiden's Crest here?
Can it be that this entire chamber is meant to act as a substitute for the Maiden?
It looks like it's still running, but are we already too late to stop the ceremony?
If that's what caused Lenegis' transformation, then the purpose of the ceremony must have been to drain all the astral energy out of Dana.
But for what purpose? What could possibly need astral energy on that sort of scale?
Need to feed
I don't know.
the aliens.
But whatever it is, I'll bet it's connected to those visions of oblivion.
The aliens.
Regardless, we cannot stand by and let them steal Dana's energy.
The aliens again.
That said, we should retrieve the Renis Alma. Because right now, we need that most of all.
It's literally just there, just grab it.
He's not gonna lunge at us out of nowhere, right?
Not the time,
The
Lord.
Death Star. Oh,
The Red Woman! So we finally found you. I have a lot of questions for you.
Wait!
What?
They all have the same face? How is that even possible? What is this?
Who the hell are they?
It can't be. Are they even people?
It's hard to know for sure, but I think they're the true rulers of Rena.
aliens! Aliens! What the hell?
They're not feeling particularly talkative.
It's no use, Alfred. If we don't fight, we may as
Pew,
well be
pew,
sitting
pew,
ducks.
pew, pew.
Good point. Let's stop them before this gets out
The
of hand.
block can't hit me up from up here. Wait, what? He's not getting hit. Pew, pew, pew.
Rise and shine!
Oh shit. Pew, pew, pew. It's hard to hit. They're hard to hit. Ow. They're hard to hit. They're so small. Can't spam, so... Well, not what choice do we have? This place is... This is the safest place to be. Pew, pew, pew. Oh, shit. Pew, pew, pew. See, if I try to fight them at the ground, I'm dead. But then I'm not hitting them too. Right, I guess I'll stick to fighting on the ground. Guess I need to spam AoEs here. Stop following me!
Where are you going? You could use a hand. Guardian Field!
Magic is up! Tidal Wave! Firmament Render! Raging Cat Healing Circle! You're all field!
Shit. Leave me alone! Whoa!
I have no limits! This one's mine!
Raging Cascade! Field!
Can they group up? Whoa! Please group up.
Coming through! Ha! Now!
Aliens!
Scarlet Inferno!
Oh. Ah, please group up. Ow!
Can't get out of this! Armor won't save you!
You picked the wrong fight!
Raging Cascade! Here! This one's mine!
Stop moving!
Blah blah blah! Zero squad! Blah blah blah!
The flame inside me yearns to be let free. Stop moving! Oh shit, they're all on rage mode. Oh, for real? Oh, I just hugged the side. Alphen's dead.
Prepare to be seized!
I can't get them to group up for my AoE. They keep moving.
Can't get out of this!
Oh, there we go.
Armor won't save you!
Ow.
The waters of magic is out! Tidal Wave! Raging Cascade! In here!
Eat dirt!
Sucker!
You get the gist. Arrow Squall! Blah blah blah! Sleep now! Here's the that'll bring you down! Tidal Wave! Far enough!
Just spam AoEs.
Sleep now!
Treat like this is Final Fantasy 14.
The water magic is ready! Not in your dreams! In here!
Armor won't save you!
You get the gist!
Oh shit.
Take this!
Arrow Squall! You get the gist! You get the gist!
Oh god, what?
Raging Cascade! I'll bring you back from death to death!
Alphen's the one that's getting rocked.
Field! More where that came from!
Uh-oh.
Healing Circle! Blah blah blah! Sleep now! Tidal Wave!
Oh shit.
Blah blah blah!
Alright, that's it.
In an instant!
Impact Frost! Still alive?
Surrender! Fighting is useless now!
Do you think it's really over?
They're aliens!
Astral energy. Watch out! They've got something up their sleeve!
What? It's self-destructed?
Alphen!
Owies.
I'm okay. Just a little roughed up.
A little bit of owies.
You had me worried there.
Just grab it, what could go wrong?
Who said you could touch that?
Damn it! He's awake!
I should have thought as much.
So you know this place?
Naturally. It was built for me, after all. We'll save that for another time. More pressing is how I'm going to tear you apart.
You got
After
rocked
all
last
this
time.
You still insist on hating me?
You cut me down. Sovereign or not, you will pay for it.
The farmer gang.
You're obviously bluffing. You can't even move right now.
Yeah, what can you do with the watering can?
Really, is that what you think?
Oops. Uh-oh.
Did you really think that such a petty device could hold me?
Are you going to claim it's because you're a ruler? Be it sovereigns or lords. In the end, they're all titles given by someone else.
Plus, what kind of ruler would spend all his time chasing Alf, who happens to be another sovereign?
Idle prattle. I proved my worth and the Sovereign's powers were granted to me.
Were they really? We already know the title of Sovereign doesn't denote royalty. It is but an overblown codename for those with a designated part to play in these proceedings. You mentioned before that you were not the only one stolen from Dana, correct?
Yeah. There were countless. And every one of them besides me died.
All of those failed experiments, and they still kept going back to Dana. There must have been some vital reason their subject had to specifically be a Danan. Then there were the records we found in the library, for you and Volron. They were logged 300 years apart, and yet the data they took from you was exactly the same. Which leads us to a single conclusion.
Then you mean Boran was kidnapped just like Alphen? But then he became a...
A slave from Dana. Just like us. Isn't that right, Volron?
Wait, what?
So he posed as a Renan and caused all that suffering to his own people?
How could you? If you knew the pain of being a slave, why would you inflict that upon others?
For
Renan
giggles.
and Danan are meaningless distinctions. Me and everyone else. That is all that matters.
He did all that for giggles.
I will stand above all others and take what is rightfully mine, starting with this.
Oh! What? No, you ain't, said the alien.
A red woman?
Another one?
Give your master back on Rena this message. No one makes a fool of me. Let them know I'll make them suffer.
What in God's name is going on?
Don't do it!
Serenus Alva!
Oh shit! This is what happened to Alfred.
It's too late. You can't stay here.
We need to go. Alfred!
Sephiroth! The farmers run away. Oh shit! Why is it heart-shaped? Jump! Oh shit! Wait, that's actually pretty cool. Not again! That's okay. She still has her thorns, but... See ya, sucker. See Chad now. He doesn't
Go.
get hurt.
But no, I will be your shadow no matter where you try to run.
Let's go.
He doesn't get hurt anymore. Hyper Chad, tank.
Never forget, I am the one who devours everything. Who answers to neither
Yeah, shut
spirit
up.
nor man. My word is law. I am.
Are you two okay?
Yeah. We'll be fine.
That was nothing.
Is Volron... Have we finally seen the last of him?
We can but hope.
Doubt it.
Those red women. What the heck was their deal?
Could they be the ones behind all this? The same ones who put those soldiers in Faria in a trance?
What? Those brainless things? Either way, they've done a runner with the Renasolma. Damn it, that's the second time now!
Whatever's stolen from us, we'll steal it back. The future's ours to protect. And right now, those things are what's standing in our way. We can head them off at Rena.
Ooh, Rena time!
Did you say Rena?
Volron mentioned a master of theirs holed up in the Motherland somewhere.
If that monstrous form's their true identity, I shudder to think who they take orders from.
Yeah. There's a
We're
good
going to
chance
Rena.
it's not human. That's for sure.
Next time.
So this thing over on Rena, that's what's really behind all this, huh?
They have the Renasolma in their grasp already, so it's unlikely they'll have cause to return to Dana. I agree that Rena's our best shot.
Then we're agreed. Let's head back to the starship.
Rena time.
But seriously, I was not expecting Volron to actually be here.
He seemed to care not one whit about Brennans or Danans.
Yeah, not in a good way like with us.
What's this one?
I didn't see that coming about Volron. As for those red women, to think they were monsters all along.
Tell me about it. One minute they look perfectly human. Next thing you know, they're not actually human at all.
They definitely weren't Renan or Danon. I'm not even sure language would get through to them.
So what were they then? Human Zoogle hybrids?
Is the most terrifying thing anyone said all day.
How about you, Shion? Dohalim? You ever seen anything like that before?
No, never. However, if they're the same as the Red Woman we've seen with Volron, I think it's safe for us to assume they understand our language at the very least.
I had just so much I wanted to ask them. About Rena. And Shion's thorns.
Think they'll just oblige?
Unfortunately, they blew themselves up before we got the chance. Why would they do such a thing, though? To take us with them? Or in order to keep something hidden?
Both sound plausible to my ears. They took off with the Renasolma too, remember?
Yeah, they did. And the next time we meet them, we're going to make sure they tell us everything they know.
Here. Can I fast travel out of here? No, we can't. Okay, I guess I'll stop here for now. Thank you for tuning in. I shall catch you later. Shoo.